Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the next episode of Random Rhapsodies, Sonnet of Blood. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master for this Curse of Strahd playthrough. And joining me around my virtual table tonight are Brandie, Dyto, Joe, Marty, and Natalie. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Things are working and we're going strong, and that's all that matters. So, before we get into the whole Curse of Strahd game, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with the first of our two sponsors for tonight's show, Hero Forge. Marty?
Hey, Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop miniatures with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. Their easy-to-use design tool lets you build your perfect miniature online using a fully 3D in-depth character creator right in your web browser, which is where we built our tokens for this evening's game. You can build your own today at heroforge.com.
Thank you, Marty. Our second sponsor for tonight's show is XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work and play remotely. You can blur, remove the background entirely, or even put your favorite picture as your background instead, like I do. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show description. Last but not least, don't forget that our regular campaigns air every Monday. We've got the Debauchery Circus at 3 p.m. Central and the Fab 5 at 7 p.m. Central. Also, in about 3 weeks, we're going to be starting our brand new Magi Knights Awakening campaign. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we got a brand new cast coming to the show, along with a few familiar faces. Also, this week I'm going to be playing in the Transverses All on the Table series, where I'm playing Yehoshu, the Forge Cleric, in the Light of Cinders campaign. You can find them at twitch.tv/thetransverse. Now you can keep up to date on everything we do here on the Random Rhapsody Network by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV and on Twitter as @random_rhapsody. And that should do it for the announcements. So join us as we dive into the land of Barovia and continue on with the Conclave Expedition as they attempt to survive. A Sonnet of Blood. I'm doing it every episode, Joe. And we're back. So as I've mentioned previously, in this campaign we do our recaps a little bit differently. Whoever volunteers to tell us about our last session will be getting the Random Rhapsody coin, which they can redeem during the session for one free Nat 20. So yeah, if I get one, I'm doing it too. And they're bound and determined to make sure that I don't do it. Get this. So hey, we'll see. But first off, who's going to be doing our recap for tonight?
Volunteer as tribute this evening.
Okay, go for it, Urzak.
All right, last time on Sonnet of Blood, we headed to the basement of the creepy house that we're in, with Delphine and Cog being possessed by the spirits of Poppy and Briar. We found some crypts marked for the whole family. We laid the children to rest, and we struggled with some doors, and a particularly undulating door that ended up being a mimic. We fought the Durst parents that had been turned into ghasts. And we found a little safe room, and we decided that we're going to take a long rest this time. Hopefully. We haven't done it yet. We're getting there.
You're getting there. That's very, very true. You're getting there. So, yeah. You all moved the bodies of who you presume to have been formerly Gustav and Elizabeth Durst, and you ritually cast the alarm spell outside the door there in the next room before closing the door and pushing that old wardrobe that you found the magic cape in front of the door to reinforce it.
And before we do that, Vide is gonna grab a chair from the other room to set up in here.
That's fair. Yeah, absolutely. You could have grabbed that chair while Delphine was taking her 10 minutes to ritually cast alarm, which actually, that reminds me, Delphine. Now, whenever you cast the alarm spell, you set it in the casting to either be a loud sound that everyone can hear or another one that's in your head. Which one do you do, just out of curiosity?
She always does one that's in her head, especially where they are. She doesn't want a loud sound to alert whatever might else be in this hell inn.
That's fair. And you did the same thing for the one you placed around the wagon?
Yes.
Okay, I just forgot to ask that when you're doing it, so that popped in my head. But yeah, sure. So, once you have the spell in place, you push the wardrobe in front of the door, and then you just found yourselves in that small, barely more than 15 by 15 room that's been dug into the earth. It's been reinforced with like wood in certain places and beams, so it's at least relatively stable, but it's not exactly the most comfortable place in the world. Not only that, but like, um, there's really only one bed in the room, the single large double sized bed that has an old ratty straw filled mattress sort of thing with an ancient and moldy old blanket on top of it and a pair of moth eaten and equally moldy pillows. Besides that, there's the wardrobe y'all moved in front of the door, the foot locker, and that crate in the corner that has candles and torches and stuff. So, apart from that, with all of your group now in the room, it's pretty freaking cramped. Not only that, but there is also that musty, faintly lingering odor of putrefaction that was in those little wall alcoves, where the Durst family kind of crawled out of the wall. So, I guess my question really is, how are you handling the sleeping arrangements, and do you also watch for the night?
Oh, Vide will set his chair up like across from the door, like directly across from the door, and he'll sit on the chair for the night. He's not. He'll let anybody else that wants the bed take the bed.
Do you have the map for us?
Oh, sorry, I forgot that I didn't move you to the map. Absolutely. There you go.
Should we set up watches?
I mean, I feel like it'd be a good idea.
How big are the dressers?
The dresser itself, it's that wardrobe that you pushed in front of the door, so it's actually not there on the map. It's right here in front of the door. But it's about like 6 foot, more like 5 foot tall. Another 5 foot wide. It's kind of been pushed against that door like that.
So it could be a potential sleeping space for a halfling, is what you're saying. But it is against the door to the badness. Fuck it. You know what? We're gonna gamble. He'll curl up in that when he goes to sleep.
Okay. So yeah, because you probably just moved it and pushed it, so those doors would still be there and open. And there's all those nasty, grimy old cultist robes inside of it, so you could just like either make a nest out of it if you really wanted to.
Well, you know, has anybody got prestidigitation? He doesn't.
No, sorry.
I think I do.
Well, if you do, he'll have you start. It's like, can you clean up some of these for me? And yeah, then he'll totally fucking curl up and make a nest.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. We'll help you out.
Thank you. And he's just gonna look at it. He goes, I don't want any of you assuming that you can put a halfling in a dresser. All right, this is my choice. I did this on my own. Not all of us sleep like that. I have a bed at home. It's just that there's not a whole lot of space in here.
It's like
But
a fucked up
for
morgue.
me, this is a castle. You know. So I'm just letting you know, we don't like being put in these non-voluntarily.
I mean, I don't think anybody likes to be put in a box or a chest involuntarily. God, my friend.
I'm hearing a loud snapping sound. Is anyone else hearing that?
I heard something earlier, yeah.
Yeah, like a few moments ago, but now I'm not.
I did too.
Like clipping nails or something, maybe.
Weird.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. That's my bad. Usually my
Oh.
microphone doesn't pick up that stuff.
Okay, well, anyway.
Now that we called Dyto out.
Yeah.
I was sitting here going, is somebody clipping their nails? I don't want to call anybody out.
Who the hell are you to do maintenance on your body?
How
During
dare.
our...
Right?
Yeah, how dare
I mean, when you work with kids and then you realize, oh crap, I broke a nail.
I thought it was just my computer screwing up again because, you know, that's just the theme of the night. But that's okay.
yeah, that definitely was totally. I got you, Dyto.
Yes, that's definitely what it was. Okay, so go ahead.
No, it was not important.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, anyway, we got Corwan curled up in a wardrobe that's at an angle against a door. We got Urzak curled up on the big, nasty, moldy bed. Everyone, Vide is sitting in a chair just opposite the door, just kind of leaning there, hat down, you know, typical cowboy fashion, I suppose.
Yeah, I feel like he'd be kind of leaning back to, you know, like I would do it, but I don't want to go through this tank. But you know, like when you know the kids do, back on the back 2 feet.
Absolutely. So with and then Delphine, Danika.
Are we taking watches?
I can
think
take
that
a
would
walk.
be best.
Okay. I'll volunteer first watch if you guys want me to.
Okay.
Okay.
Danika's gonna grumble and she's gonna be like, I should have grabbed that tiger skin rug and brought it in here.
Well, I mean, if you really want to, you could always go walk back up the 4 flights of stairs to or whatever, and then go down again and go get it. I'm sure it'd be just
too much
fine.
effort.
I'm sure it'd be
you
fine.
You can have.
I mean, you
the bed
could
if you
take
want.
the escape route we found. That
That's
goes
true.
straight up into the first floor and the
Yeah, with all those nice bedrooms up there, you all think to yourself as you look about this dirty, nasty, disgusting room where, by the way, I suppose I should mention the very simple fact that, you know, that chanting still definitely going on. But yeah,
It'll be fine.
It's fine.
so
What's the worst that could happen?
So Vide is taking first watch. We do 4 watches in a long rest period, 2-hour watches. So who's going to do the next one?
I'll do second.
Okay. How about third?
I'll take the third.
And the last?
I can do one. I'll do that one.
All right. No watches for me today. I'll get the next one.
Okay. So as you all bunker down, getting ready to take your long rest, Vide, go ahead and make your perception check for your part of the watch.
That's a 5.
Oh no.
For the first 2 hours, you just kind of sit there. It's nothing's really going on. It's quite quiet. You can see your companions all trying to make the best of a really, really nasty area, but curling up and trying to find whatever comfort they can. And for those first 2 hours, it's quiet. Nothing happens.
Why did the door pop open?
Because somebody touched it.
Wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just didn't like that.
Wasn't me. Someone was playing around. Okay. Second watch. That's you, Danika. What'd you get?
Well, you know what I would tell you, but my screen went all wonky. I might have to reload.
Reload.
Yeah.
Go for it.
It
Looks
was
like
13.
Okay. For your watch, you're sitting there, just kind of keeping an eye out, and as you pace back and forth around the room, just trying to stay awake. One thing you can't help but notice that, like, when you turn around and glance over at Vide, they're leaning back in the chair, their arms are crossed, the hat's down over the eyes, and they look like they're asleep, but then you get a closer look, and their eyes are open.
Ugh.
Ugh, that's creepy.
Danika's gonna take her hand and she's gonna, like, wave it in front of Vide's face to see.
Vide, does anything happen?
No.
Okay. As you're kind of just staring at Vide and passing the hand over their face and seeing nothing, they're obviously asleep, but with their eyes open? That's creepy. Delphine, the alarm in your head suddenly goes off, and you sit up and look around, suddenly alert.
What's going on?
You can hear that alarm going off in your head.
Do I know which one it is?
It would be the one outside the door.
And
I will start shaking awake whoever's next to me. There's something tripped my alarm.
And when she sits up, Vide lifts his hat up and looks at the door.
The door isn't moving or anything like that. Corwan's still asleep in the wardrobe that's propped against it, kind of snoring a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Vide's gonna stand up and just kind of look around, look at, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on your name.
Which one?
Danika, Delphine.
Yeah, Delphine, sorry. So he's gonna look at Delphine, he's like, what's going on?
I don't know, something triggered my alarm outside
Okay, yeah,
the door.
I'm gonna help her wake everybody else up too, because we need to figure this out.
Yeah.
Sounds like everybody's being violently awoken, or at least shaken by your friends.
Can I help you? Is there a problem?
Yeah, there's something outside the door. So you might want to get out of your little nest, my friend.
Just let it happen. All right, fine. Alright, what's killing us now?
We should have gone to the tiger room.
So are you moving the wardrobe and checking?
I'm not strong enough to move that wardrobe.
Maybe can we just listen first and see if we hear anything before we just go blazing through?
You certainly can. Make a perception check.
That's an 11. If anybody else wants to see if they could do better.
Perception.
I will do perception with guidance. My perception's not great.
That's 15.
That door definitely moved.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
it didn't. It didn't
did it
actually
undulate?
move. No, it didn't undulate. Nothing like that. It honestly, you're listening and you're straining. Other than the quiet chanting you can hear in the low background, really, you're not hearing anything else.
You woke me up because...
Something set off my alarm that's on the door.
All right. Enough of this. I'm gonna go up and move the dresser.
Okay. It's not very heavy. I'm not going to need an athletics check for this. You pull back the wardrobe away from the door and place it back against the wall where it was. You open the door.
I get my sword out first, and then I open the door.
Okay. As you open the door, you find the scene that you very well remember from when you left. In the middle of the room, there is a table with the clay pitcher and a couple cups and 2 chairs on either side of it. You can see the 2 ghasts and the body of the dead mimic on the floor. Go ahead and give me a perception check beyond that.
Okay.
You got this, Big Green. He's gonna give you guidance.
This is a 6.
Maybe a D4 will help.
This is 7.
No. It won't help.
You kind of glance back and forth, but there's nothing else there.
Guys, there's nothing out here that we haven't already seen. I shut the door. Are you sure the spell didn't just misfire? Is that something that can happen?
My spells don't misfire. Not that kind of spell.
Well, do we just want to put the wardrobe back across and hope for the best?
Nothing's actively bothering us right now. I suppose, probably fine. I put the wardrobe back.
Okay.
Vide's gonna sit back down in his chair and he's gonna actually have his pistol out, hand on it in his lap, just in case.
Danika's gonna go over to Vide and just whisper, Vide, do you sleep with your eyes open?
What do you mean?
Your eyes were open and I kept waving my hand in front of it while you were supposed to be sleeping.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay.
He's just gonna sit back and put his hat down.
So trusting.
So true.
And we love that about her.
Danika makes note. Vide is like a cat. He's got that like second eyelid, I think, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably it. Okay. You all seem like you move the wardrobe back in against the door. You're all wide awake again, but you at least try to lay down and get what rest you can. Who's taking the third watch?
I am.
Okay. Delphine, give me your perception check.
15.
With your 15, you're pacing back and forth. You keep looking over at that door because you know your alarm spell went off. It didn't just misfire or something like that. That's not how it works. Something set it off. And so you keep glancing back at it every so often, even as you make your way back and forth, just pacing a little bit in this room while the rest of your friends try to get whatever rest they can. About an hour into your watch, you hear just a rattle and shake at the door. Then another one. What do you do?
I'm going to pull out my rapier first and get closer to the door, as close as I can, because I know Cog is inside the barricade.
I think at this point, I mean, since you guys are freaking out, I think he probably surreptitiously like curled up into Urzak's arms or something like that, like a cat sleeping on like an old lady's lap, you know. I think that's where he's at.
I don't think Urzak would have noticed.
And she doesn't want to wake everybody up again because if whatever's out there disappears again, she doesn't want to, seem like the girl who cried wolf. So she's going to wait it out for a couple of minutes.
And when Vide sees her pull her rapier out, he's going to kind of, straighten up a little bit and just kind of be a little more alert.
Okay, fair enough. You wait for a little bit, Delphine. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. 15 minutes go by, and then another rattle, rattle, rattle.
Danika snores.
Under her breath, she just goes, "Possessed in." And she's just gonna watch the door now that it started to shake and rattle. She's not gonna wake anybody up yet, because again, she's gonna wake them up. We're gonna check it out. Nothing's gonna be there, and then she looks like she's got cake on her face again. So now she's stubborn. So
it happens once more, about 5 minutes later. And then for the rest of your watch, which is another about 30 minutes or so, nothing at all. And it comes to the end of your watch.
I think what she does, after 10 minutes after it's stopped, to kind of calm herself down, she pulls out her spell book and the new spell book and takes some of the paper and just starts copying one of the spells down. She's not gonna complete it, but she's gonna start.
Okay, fair enough. Who is taking the last watch? Is that Cog?
That'd be Cog, yeah.
Okay. Delphine, do you tell Cog anything about what happened during your watch? Or?
Yeah. There was rattling at the door. And nothing came in.
Okay, that seems something You know what? Maybe it was nothing. I mean, we probably should have known about that, but that's okay. It's okay.
Well, I woke you up the last time, and then everybody got mad that I woke everybody up.
Oh, it's fine.
So.
We're all good here.
Okay. Cog, go ahead and give me your perception check. As Delphine tries to go back.
Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
That's 7. It's not good.
Your watch goes by extremely quiet. Nothing actually happens during the last 2 hours of watch. As you're sitting there, just waiting, you're like, did Delphine actually hear something? Was it just this creepy place getting to her? It's hard to know.
I think having that little girl inside her kind of broke her. I don't know. We'll have to have her investigated when we get back.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Like, there's some great people at the Institute. At the Conclave. They'll figure it out. They'll fix her. You're just writing little notes down.
You spend your 2 hours writing your notes, doing all that fun stuff. It's relatively quiet for that last time of your watch. Eventually, it's been 8 hours. Everybody's trying to start waking up as best as they can. You do get a long rest, but I also need everybody to give me a Constitution saving throw. Because of the long, disturbing, horrific night that you all had.
That's a 25 for Vide.
Oh.
Ooh, a natural 20.
I got a 5.
For a 23.
Ouch.
Right.
Urzak, Corwan, Danika. The three of you wake up exhausted. You had a terrible night. Being woken up at least more than once. You just feel abysmal. And the three of you do have a point of exhaustion.
So I don't know what that means in the world of D&D. What does that mean?
We have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's awful.
When we wake up and before we head out, Delphine will cast Mage Armor on herself.
And as we wake up, Vide's
spells.
gonna go over by the door and kind of look around over there.
Okay.
Just like, I want to see, is there any marks on the door? Do I see any, anything, I'm assuming there's dust all over the floor, so is there anything other than our footprints in the dust?
Inside the room itself, no, none whatsoever.
And on the, okay, we haven't opened the door yet. But after we open the door, I'm definitely going to look on the other side, too.
Sure, absolutely. You all take a little bit of time, eat some rations, try to get yourself feeling as best as you can, but sleeping in that disgusting, cramped, moldy, horrible room, being woken up multiple times throughout the night, and that just constant chanting that is going on made sleep rough for pretty much everybody. Except for, Delphine and Vide.
I don't think Vide slept.
Vide slept.
Oops, shit. I didn't mean to
Ish.
pull that all the way out. Anyway.
But you are all awake. It is the start of a new day, though you have no clue what time it actually is because you're underground. But you do know that, when you came down this way, it was getting dark. It was probably 8:30, 9-ish, so you have at least a vague idea what time it might be. But with that in mind, the rest of the day is yours. So what would you all like to do? Obviously, other than, pull the wardrobe away and open the door.
Well, I suppose we can keep moving, huh?
I think the sooner we all get out of here, the better off all of us will be.
For sure.
Okay.
Press on.
Well, as you open the door, Vide, you said you wanted to do either perception or investigation check to see if there's... Actually, if you're looking specifically for tracks or anything in the dirt, you need to make an investigation check.
That'll be a 12.
Okay. If anybody is wanting to check things or look around, you can feel free to make investigation checks too.
Yeah, I'll look around.
Oh my god. Wow. Couldn't have done that any better. Crit failed on the 20, but crit passed on the freaking... God damn it.
Yeesh.
A
Big ones are
25.
coming, people, I promise. Good rolls are coming.
25 for my investigation.
Now, for Vide, when you step out into the next room, you're looking for tracks or anything like that. You do actually spot a pair of footprints that are not your groups. Mainly, you know this is because you're all wearing boots or some type of shoe, whereas this is very clearly a skeletal footprint. It's just the little bones all in a row, perfectly placed. It seems to be right there in front of the door.
So that's read only last night.
Delphine, with your 25, you notice the prints as well. They seem to be coming from this direction. They come up to the door here, then they exit through the open door over here, which you now notice it's open. It was not open the night before when you all went to bed.
Which one was it? The top one?
The top
Okay.
one is also open, yes. The other thing that you spot is on the ground, right in front of the door, scratched in the dirt, as though with a stick, there are words written in that old Barovian that you now are able to understand. In the dirt is written, "He is the ancient, he is the land."
In the books in the library that we went through, does that ring any bells? Or has Delphine ever heard that saying or phrase?
Make a history check.
Is 25.
With
Nice.
another 25. You did not see any reference to that in any of the books you looked in or anything like that upstairs. You are confident without a shadow of a doubt that you've never heard those two phrases together in any form of writing or history or lore, even back from the Twisting Spires.
I know Cog can read this now too, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Cog.
Yeah.
We've got writing here. He is the ancient. He is the land.
Aren't they always talking about this Strahd fella as being like something really important? Didn't these people really upset him?
They did.
Like in that diary, it was something like he died or he went away and the land started to die. And then he came back and things were better, and they tried to impress him by being really weird. And they upset him, and then I think he killed them all. So maybe that's who we're talking about here.
It would make sense.
It's the only thing we've got, I mean...
That's the only common thing we found here, other than...
Weird stuff, yeah, and dead
Yeah.
stuff, and yeah.
So this is proof I wasn't crazy. There was something outside the door.
Oh,
Last
well,
night.
let's not get hasty.
I didn't say you were crazy. I just said I.
And also, I
anything
hardly call this proof. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh out loud. That was rude of me. I apologize.
You're fine.
He's secretly, he goes, that was a close one. She's definitely crazy, right in his book. Anyway, yeah, skeletons don't normally walk around, so what? I'd say we leave. We took care of the kids, right? Parents are gone. Hey, let's go. I don't care that chanting crap. I don't want to know why they're chanting.
Can we get out? Is the door unlocked? Can we leave now?
Well, wasn't there like an escape hatch up into the liquor, like the storeroom? Didn't you find that?
There was. Yeah.
That's not the issue. We can't get out of the front door. We couldn't earlier, and I'm going to imagine we still can't.
Well, we took care of the spirits. Maybe they were what were holding. God damn it! We're gonna go. All right, let's go deeper. Oh, God damn it! He's just gonna be like, all right, whatever.
I'm about as keen on this as you are, Cog, but you know, what else are we gonna do? We still can't get out of here.
Yeah, I do feel like we need to just bite the bullet, so to speak, and go find out what this chanting is.
Yeah, we'll get through it. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna say, by the way, you are surprisingly warm at night. I just want you to know that. Anyway.
What?
No, who? What? Oh, nothing. Soft skin too, so soft.
That's not creepy at all.
Urzak is disturbed.
Okay, so what are y'all wanting to do?
I mean, I guess, is there a spot that we know we haven't investigated yet down here?
Oh, this door that's open now.
Wasn't it open before? Or no?
It was not.
Yeah, that's probably, unfortunately, where we gotta go.
I don't know. I still think somebody should touch the orb.
What got the orb?
I just want to see what happens.
Do not go back and touch that.
I mean, I don't want to volunteer, so if anybody else does, I will fully support it
Oh, thank
from a
you.
distance.
It's very magnanimous of you. I don't want to touch the orb, but I'll bring whoever I've got. Spare the dying, ready to go. So whoever touches it, I got you covered.
I will pass. I didn't like that orb in the first place. I still don't.
Same. It stands out too much against the statue.
Go.
I guess.
I mean, don't go. Just it's. I get it. Curiosity is a very powerful thing. It's don't feed that beast all the time, because it can be very dangerous. I don't know how many reports I have read of Conclave researchers touching the orb. And he's going to do air quotes, so to speak. He goes, and horrible things happening. So,
And Danika's gonna look a little bit downcast, and she's just gonna pat his head and go, "Thank you, short stuff. I guess next time."
He's like, I remember particularly the reports of one Blood from a Stone talking about a Miss Eloise Bright Crystal just doing shit that went bad.
Oh. Shots
Are you watching,
fired.
Alyssa? She's like, she was just joyful, just like you, and just touched stuff. And sometimes it went bad. You gotta know, Blood's probably written about Eloise more than once.
Oh, I'm
in
sure.
his reports.
I'm
But yeah,
sure.
I love you, Alyssa. Don't hate me.
Well, you got two places to go: either the orb room, as y'all are calling it, or through the open door that used to not be open.
Hey, you know what? You know what they say? Love is an open door. We should go through it.
I agree.
Who says that?
Some witch in some frozen land. Maybe it was her sister.
I bet
They
that
like
was.
sandwiches there.
I bet that was a false tale of whom they were saying that at the time. I'm guessing. It's just assuming, you know.
Well,
They found their
narrators can be
true love
unreliable.
somewhere else.
And Danica's gonna play one of her instruments a bit and just start singing, "Love is an open door."
Well, so
Everybody in the dungeon comes and finds us now and kills us.
Cog will take position in the middle.
Okay, so you all start making your way north as Danika starts playing her musical instrument.
You said it. You said it. And now you've got to live with it. You know this man. Don't.
I mean, you know exactly what happens as
You
you're
know-
all starting to walk your way down from both sides of the room. Things start walking towards you. You see, Danika, you're hanging out in the back, and you can see some skeletons starting to walk through that open door that used to be a mimic. Urzak, as you're looking, you can see some more starting to make their way through the hallway to your north. So I just need everybody to go ahead and roll for initiative.
You know those signs you see in wildlife preserves that say "Don't feed the animals." That is feed. Just
Don't
saying
feed the
things
DM.
out loud is feeding the animal.
Do we have disadvantage on this if we're exhausted? Or
Yes,
no?
you do.
Rig. Why did I open my mouth?
Yep, initiative is a skill check.
Oh, pretty good.
Oh,
I
that's still really good, even with disadvantage.
Damn, that's a 17
well,
and
yeah,
an
it
18.
didn't roll. I mean, I've clicked disadvantage, but it didn't roll mine with disadvantage. How did you get yours to roll with disadvantage?
Yeah, how do you get it to do that?
Yours did roll with disadvantage. Oh, no, it didn't.
Mine didn't. No.
Did mine?
No.
No.
I am using Beyond 20, and it gives me an option.
Okay, yeah.
Every time I click something to roll, it gives me the
DD
option.
Beyond, yeah,
But
DD Beyond's a little different.
If you go into settings, there is a global setting where you can.
Yeah. Well, no, I've got that set up on Roll20, the advantage toggle disadvantage, but even then, it didn't do it. So that's why he's got Roll20 or DD Beyond. Theirs is that can push through certain stuff. So
Yeah, it lets me do normal, advantage, disadvantage, super advantage, and super disadvantage.
Jesus.
oh yeah, that's the super, and those they added recently, I think, in a recent patch.
It looks funny. If you ever want to give me super disadvantage, by all means. I don't know what that means, but
We clicked on it once in one of my games, and I can't remember what it does.
let's find out. I'm just gonna roll a random strength check for no reason. Oh, it's just 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. No. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Is everybody in initiative?
I guess mine, since it's a disadvantage, you got to make mine it was a 10 instead of a 16.
Okay. What about you? Yep, looks like Delphine is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of us in
in
here.
there. Yeah. Okay, yeah, looks good. So let's get this started. Well, we are starting things off with these skeletons that are starting to to walk into this room. Danika, you are down by the door that used to be a mimic. And you began playing your flute as everyone starts walking in that direction, which drew the attention of these skeletons, and they started walking towards you. Now, these skeletons,
Whoa. I did not say flute. I said musical instrument,
fine,
which could have just been me humming.
Sure.
It's too late now. It is far too late now.
Well, whatever it was, that still drew their attention. Now, you notice they don't actually have weapons in their hands. Instead, they seem to have rusty shackles around their wrists, and their bony hands are holding onto these chains, and they seem to be like looking to use them as whips, almost.
Oh no!
That's awesome.
Hey, Vide, these guys are they're right up your alley.
Yeah, so first one is going to go ahead and do an attack at Danika. But that's only a 15, so that misses. It kind of just picks up that chain like that, but you are able to parry it with your rapier and dodge out of the way. Urzak, you're up next.
Cool. I am going to take 5 feet forward, and I am going to raise my shield and take the dodge action for this turn. I'm going to just set up a choke point here, I think.
We can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. No, that was me. She couldn't hear me. I was saying that's it for your turn. Next up, we have a skeleton with Delphine on deck. So, let's see here. The skeleton is going to start moving. We got 5. I'm going to move this up a little bit so y'all can see it. There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right to you, Urzak. You have your shield up, you have the dodge action, so this is going to be at disadvantage. And a 9's going to miss. It just seems to swing and try to take a crack at you, but you had your shield up and you were ready for it. That's it for their turn. Next up, we got Delphine.
Well, I can't really see anything, but I can hear Danika fighting. So I'm gonna move over here and kind of step into her space a little bit, and I'm going to use Green Flame Blade.
Okay, so I was thinking about this a little bit. Now, you can, at the angle you're at now, you can attack, but that's going to be give them partial cover. If you want to step into somebody else's space that they're there, logically, like, the 2 people can fit into 5 feet, but you're up next to one another, so your attack is at a disadvantage.
So either way, it's the same thing. Either way, I'll just stay here then.
It's either disadvantage or a -2, so...
I would rather take the -2 than the disadvantage.
Okay.
We'll go Green Flame Blade. It's 12.
Yep, unfortunately, a 12 just misses.
Yeesh.
Okay. Next up, we got more skeletons. Plenty more skeletons. It's actually kind of bottlenecked right here, but it can move past... Since my players are allowed to move past each other in spaces, monsters are too. So it gets to move to right here. Was 5, 15, 25, 30. So that's it. It can see you there, Urzak. It's going to try to take a swipe at you with its chain as well. Still at disadvantage. And a 6 is going to miss. Next up, we got another skeleton. This is the one that's behind this other one here. Danika. So it is going to be trying to attack you with its 10-foot reach of a rusty chain. But it 10's also going to miss.
Perfect.
Corwan, you're up next.
I really don't want to do the turn undead yet, because we might need that to save a lot of people from dying later. So... shit, we'll just do the good old tried and true Sacred Flame. Right this one in front of Danika. Dex 13.
That is an 11. That's a failure.
5 radiant right to his face.
Well, this thing is also an undead.
Woohoo, baby!
That's... Yep, okay. Ain't looking great, that's for sure.
He'll move back just a space to give everybody maneuverability room, and that is his turn.
Okay. We got another skeleton. Can't really attack anybody. You just see more skeletons kind of crowd their way through each other and then end up over here. But you do see another one is moving down towards you, Urzak. Okay, Vide. You're up next. You've been hearing some clangs of attacks behind you. You've also heard some clangs of attacks ahead of you as like chains are pounding into Urzak's shield. So what are you wanting to do?
So there's three party members behind me, and Urzak is by himself. So I'm gonna probably go. Oh, I didn't mean to close that door. I'm gonna go help Urzak, I think.
Much appreciated.
Yeah. And I'm glad I did. Wow. Okay, so I'm just gonna whip this guy.
Oh, you guys can't see what I've been seeing. Oh no.
Alright, I'm gonna whip the guy in front of Urzak for 21 to hit.
21 does hit.
That would be 6 slashing damage.
6 points of slashing damage.
And I'm gonna hold off on my action surge, I think. It's not time yet. So yeah, that's gonna be it.
Okay.
Got your back, Urzak.
Thank you.
Danika, you're next.
Danika's... She's gonna be thinking to herself, I should sing quieter next time. But I'm gonna use my rapier towards the skeleton that's right in front of me.
Make a joyful noise, but pick your spots.
And it looks like it is a 19 to hit. Maybe? Whatever it is.
We have disadvantage on ability checks, not
Not attack. So it's a 20 actually.
So it's a 20 to hit.
Which does hit.
And then 5 piercing damage.
5 points of piercing damage. You stab at the skeleton there, doing a little bit of damage. Like it kind of scrapes off the bone a little bit, but it's with that thin rapier of yours. It's really hard to get a whole lot of purchase on the thing.
That's okay. I'm good. Now, if I move back, do they get a attack of opportunity?
Yes, they would.
Okay, then I'm just gonna stay. I'm gonna stay.
Fair enough. Let's see here. What's their passive perception? Will they be able to hear this? Yep, okay. Seems content to hang out there. Okay, that one can't do anything. So we are at the top of the turn order with another skeleton, and Urzak is on deck. This is the skeleton that you had just stabbed with your rapier, Danika. It's now trying to attack you. But that's another 10, so it misses.
Perfect.
Apparently, I'm not going to roll high tonight. That's okay. Urzak, you're next.
Okay. I, with my shield still up, look back at Vide and say, I can hold them off if you can pick them off from behind me.
I will certainly do my best.
Alright, I'm going to take the dodge action again and just keep them from getting to everybody else and overwhelming us.
Okay. Sounds good. Still taking the dodge action. Got some. It's now that skeleton's turn. The one that's right opposite you. Attack with disadvantage, which is a 7 and misses. Delphine, you're up next.
I'm gonna take a couple of steps back and over the table. And I'm gonna shoot a firebolt because I think I got a better angle of it over here.
Oh yeah, you definitely do. You have no issues there.
19.
19 definitely hits.
Three fire damage.
Wow, 3 fire damage. It hits him, and you're like, yes, I got it. But it's still kind of standing there, scorched, marked, and cut up, and looking like shit, but is still somehow managing to stay up. Next up, we got
I do
some.
not have any.
You don't have any? Yeah, I thought you might not. Sorry, I should have asked you.
I mean, I do have one, but I don't want to use it yet.
Okay, fair enough. Next up is the next skeleton that can actually hit Urzak. Rusty Chains at disadvantage. 17. Does that hit?
Misses. My
Misses.
AC is 18.
Nice. That's it for that one. Next off is the skeleton that's behind the one that is still somehow managing to stay alive. It's going to be attacking Danika. But that's an 8.
Perfect.
Corwan, you're next.
You know what? He got some success first time around. He's just gonna kind of, bust out the old finger guns and Sacred Flame again.
So that I clicked initiative, yeah. 13 just saves.
You bastard. He's gonna scout. He's like, I'll get you next time, bastard. Yeah, that's his turn.
Okay, we got this next skeleton, and Vide, you're on deck. It really can't do a hell of a lot. It's just gonna kind of you watch it move past you, Urzak, going this way, boom, and continues moving on. Okay. Vide, you're up next with Danika on deck.
I mean, just more weapons. 23,
With it
I'm
real
assuming
good.
hits
Yes, it does.
for a whopping 4 slashing.
4 points of slashing damage. You're wearing this skeleton down, but not a lot. It's still alive.
I'm sorry, I don't have anything that does more damage than... Unless you want to go deaf.
Okay. Danika, you're up next.
And Danika is going to use her rapier again.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Oh no, it's 11.
Unfortunately, 11's gonna miss.
She's gonna yell back, "These guys are pretty sturdy."
Yeah, you just stab towards it, and your blade goes between the rib cage of the thing. Like the blade just goes right through it and out again, but it's a skeleton, so there's nothing really there.
For my bonus action, I am going to give my Bardic Inspiration to Cog.
Okay. How do you inspire Cog?
Short stack, take them out when you get the chance.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
I like it. Last two skeletons in initiative. That one really can't do anything. This one is going to move this way. 10, 15, 20, 25. Just right there. Okay. That's fine. Top of the turn order, we start with the skeleton. That's the one that's still hanging on by a thread, but is attacking Danika because she's the only target. That's a 17 to hit.
That's okay. It hits.
I mean, everyone's hitting my guys a lot. I should at least be able to hit one of you. 5 points of bludgeoning damage as that rusty chain cracks you against the side of your chest.
Ouch.
Urzak, you're up next.
All right, I think it's time to maybe go on the offensive a little bit. I'm going to take a longsword strike upon this guy in front of me.
Yeah, they definitely don't seem to be doing too much to you. Like you're pretty armored, and they're just like flailing impotently.
Well, that's a 10, so.
Well, but then again, you take a stab trying to get at that skeleton, but it just goes right across the shoulder of the thing, or I guess that's the shoulder blade. But anyway, and it unable to make a purchase.
Okay.
We're gonna spend
No
3
bonus
hours
actions.
on this battle right here.
Probably.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
You gotta hit the bones.
Oh, thanks. I'll get him next time.
Absolutely. Rusty chain attack at you, normal this time. 17 misses.
Misses.
Hey, you still get your shield up in time to protect yourself from that crack. Delphine, you're up next.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot another firebolt
Probably a good idea.
for a 20 to hit.
That hits.
For another 3 fire damage.
Hey, that's enough to take it out. It had one
Let's
hit
go.
point left.
Nice.
Yes!
So that one falls to the ground in just a pile of bones.
Hey, Natalie, why are you upside down?
I don't know. Why am I upside down?
You are upside down.
You are upside down.
Huh?
Are you a bat?
I don't know.
Are you falling out of the ceiling?
That's
I
really
really am
weird.
upside down. That is weird. I don't know what happened.
Okay, well, we'll figure that out. You go try to figure out what happened there. We got two skeletons, and then Corwan's on deck. So let's see here. That skeleton is the one behind the one in front of you, Urzak. It's going to be making its attack at you. That's a 16, so that's a miss. The one after that is the one behind the one that Delphine killed. So it's going to move forward. And it's going to attack at you with those rusty chains, Danika. But that's a 7, so that's a miss. Now we come to Corwan.
Yeah, well, he's gonna see that one there, and he's gonna like, all right, short stuff coming in. And he's gonna start saying a tiny little prayer to himself, but then he's gonna shoot out a guiding bolt, and that's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
18 radiant, but it is undead, so I guess if you're given that little more extra juice.
Yeah, I see why not. I like that.
But I mean, and then I guess with that, yeah, it should be somebody gets advantage on the next turn against him.
Well, it doesn't
If
need
it-
it because 18's
Oh.
more than enough to take out a skeleton. So just tell us how that looks.
I'll obliterate this thing.
It's a nice use of a level 1 spell.
Well, I think he's sitting there like kind of like dancing back and forth. When he just shoots the finger, and he's sitting there dancing his own little private disco right now, and then he shoots off the guiding bolt and just strikes it. I'd like to think since it's raining against undead, it just hits it, and kind of like a little bit of gold separates the bones, and then they all just kind of drop to the ground.
I like it. Got Natalie back on again. She's right side up again, so that's awesome.
It's like
Oh,
short.
yay!
It's like short stuff sketch, babe.
Okay, we got another skeleton that's coming down that hallway towards Danika, because that's the next one in the turn order.
There's another one.
Oh god damn it!
There's
is there really?
so many. There's so many. 20, which actually does hit.
Oh no!
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh no!
Oy. Are you still up?
I've got 4 left.
Okay.
Is it under the dead one there? I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
there it is. There's the not dead one. That's
Close
it.
the door! Close the door!
That's it for that thing's turn. So, Vide, you're up next with Danika on deck.
Okay, I mean, just gonna whip it again.
Whip it good.
I mean, I think I did. It's 21. I'm assuming hits.
21 does hit.
Oh, look at that. 7 damage.
Hey, let's go.
Nice. 7 points of damage is more than enough to take out that skeleton. You crack that whip. It strikes the skull right dead square in the forehead. The head just goes flopping back off of it, and the entire skeleton drops to the ground.
Hey, Cog, did you hear that? Did you hear that crack?
Oh, I think someone's having a little too much fun with skeletons. Or I don't know. Maybe it's her and hers there. I mean,
From down the hallway, Urzak is just like so pumped that we finally got one of the skeletons. Just after the whip crack, he's just yeah.
oh, hey, you know what? Hey, I'm happy those two kids. I'm happy those kids found each other. It's like, you know what? And I do happen to be an ordained minister, so I mean, I can bring the light to this world if we need to and marry those two kids.
Let's do this.
Absolutely.
Just first. Then we'll see.
Oh boy.
Well, I assume that's it for your turn?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. We got Danika up next.
Well, I'm gonna use my rapier. I don't know. Do I have a potion? Did we divide those up?
They're in a communal bag.
Okay.
Well,
Can I use that as a bone or?
you guys should be putting them on your character sheets when you have them, because like if it's in the middle of a bag and half of you are on one side of the field and half of you are on the other, who's got them? So let's just say that you do have one.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. But if I take a potion, does that count as a bonus action, or?
Yes. To drink a potion is a bonus action.
Well, I'm gonna do. Can I do my bonus action first, and can I drink the potion?
Go for it.
Okay. How do I do that on my wonderful Roll20?
On the bottom left, there should be a button that says potions.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
This is a
Minor healing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, lesser healing, not a minor.
Okay.
A lesser healing.
Okay, lesser healing. Which is an 8.
Nice. 8 points of
So,
healing.
I will take that. Okay. And then I will use my rapier and I will attack at the skeleton.
Somebody just see Cog's latest.
And that is a 24 to hit.
24 definitely hits.
Two hearts that beat as one.
And that'll be 9 piercing damage.
Well, you stab at it and scrape up some of those bones, doing some damage, but not as much as you hoped. If only you had a way to do bludgeoning damage instead of piercing, you think to yourself.
Do I have a way to do that? Oh, I don't know. Danika
punch
thinks
it.
to herself.
and punch it.
That's fair. Okay, I'm done. My turn's over.
Okay, next up we have, well, Guess what? Another skeleton comes moving 5, 15, 20 feet to right there and is trying to attack the big wall that's in the middle of the hallway.
That's me, the wall.
Yeah, and I can't roll above a 17, so...
Use your to the window.
To the wall.
Two cog in his... Oh, never mind. Keep it clean, people.
Hey.
Keep it clean.
Says Cog.
Says Kong.
Okay, we got Urzak up first.
Cool. Well, it's looking like another longsword day.
Who's here? Try hitting him this time.
You weren't there. You didn't see that.
Yeah, but she
21.
talked shit on you from afar.
Fair enough. 21.
21 definitely hits.
Give me that. 7 damage.
7 points of slashing damage. You hack at this skeleton with all of your might, crashing through bone, taking quite a few chunks out of it. It is still up, but ain't looking great.
Great. That's it.
Okay. Delphine, you're up next.
Trusty old fire.
Fire! Fire!
Fire! 16.
16 hits.
Oh, for 8 fire
That's dumb.
damage.
There you
It's
go.
more than 3.
Hey,
That is
8
true.
fire damage. You smash that firebolt into the creature, doing a very large amount of damage. It's barely hanging on. That it for
I
your
don't have a
turn?
bonus action. Yeah, I don't have a bonus action that can deal damage.
Fair enough. Next up, we do have the skeleton right here. It is trying to attack Urzak. And I rolled
prefer
an at 1.
Yeah. I prefer if he didn't.
Well, I cannot seem to hit you today. I can only hit Danika.
I prefer if you didn't hit Danika anymore.
Yeah, please.
Corwan, you're up next.
You know what he's gonna pull out his mace. He's gonna kind of just move into her space because he is a halfling. He can't do that. He's like,
Yes,
I
he
am not
can.
looking up, sweetheart. I promise. Just in case she's wearing a skirt, and her token looks like she would be wearing like a dress or a skirt. And he's gonna swing with his good old 0 strength.
Come on.
There is no plus to this. It is just the D6 because he's got a 0 strength.
Well, you have a,
One bludgeoning.
Hey, you want to hear something funny?
I shit you not. If you just about to
It
tell me
had
I killed it.
1 hit point left.
You know
Oh,
what?
man.
Yeah.
Tell us how that looks, little guy.
He's just rearing it up and he just swings with all his might. It's gonna be that little league swing where he's gonna spin around like a top and fall down, but he's gonna hit it. And I'd like to think the skeleton's just like, all right, dude, I'm gonna give you this one, and it just falls over dead. But to him, he blasted that bastard apart, and it's 1,000 pieces. But I think the skeleton's just like, I want to go back to bed, and it just crumples over and dies. But he's in his head, he's a superhero.
Absolutely.
He's
Okay.
He's like, I'm coming, Big Green. I know you need it.
Danika is thoroughly impressed. Con, you took out 2?
Wow.
You're really inspired today.
I most certainly am. So gotta go help Big Green now.
Well, speaking of Big Green and Co., at least, Vide, you're up next.
Alright.
Just shoot him. Just shoot him. I can handle a little bit of ear ringing. Okay.
Well, yeah, I already.
That's fine.
12 doesn't hit, does it?
12 does not hit.
Next
Hey,
time. Next time.
Hey, guys, I get it. I heard the whip again. I mean, is this really the time?
You guys are just like, we're
Are you-
busy over here. Help us.
Are you saying it's not the time?
it's not.
I mean, Earlier, I heard the whip, and then I heard him go, "Yeah." So maybe I'm putting some assumptions on you. I apologize. You're doing good work.
Well, with that in mind, Danika, you're up next.
Okay, so Danika.
You there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, well, I can hear you now.
Okay. Does it count as like a bonus action or action to close the door and then go to help them? Can I close the door?
It's a free action to close the door.
I'm closing the door. Door is closed. Then I'm gonna, let's see. Is it 5, 10? And then it counts as double if I go over somebody's token?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can move past mine.
Oh, yeah,
problem.
not his,
Okay.
though. Not his.
15, 20.
That's one of the bonus things about goblins and halflings. Is like you can move past us. It's no problem.
Okay, I think this is as far as I can go with my movements right now.
Okay. Well, you're crowded in there next to Vide and Corwan. And that's it for your turn. That guy, that's not necessary anymore. Last skeleton that's still alive. Or no, there's two of them still alive. He's as he tries to swing at Urzak because there's no one else to hit. But a 14's not going to do it. And we're at the top of the turn order with Urzak first and Delphine on deck.
Here we go. It's sword time again, everybody. Sword time. Everybody excited? It's a 17 to hit.
17 does hit.
How do we feel about 11 damage?
More than enough to take this guy out. Tell us how it looks.
Just simple and clean. Actually, I think just takes like and turns the sword 90 degrees and like a baseball bat just
whack.
Like, knocks some of like the vertebrae out like a Jenga tower.
I love it, and it just goes down to the ground dead.
Yeah,
I like it.
That's it.
Delphine, you're up next, and you're the only one in this room now.
I will move 5, 10. I am gonna assume I can't go anywhere except for there.
You can maybe stand. You could stand in the same spot as Corwan because he's a halfling, but
Yeah, you
that's
can
really
share
about
my
it.
space if you need to.
Yeah, but I still can't see anything, so there's not much I can do.
This is true. Okay. Then we're going to go to the skeleton. It's a skeleton. It's stupid. It doesn't know anything better, so it just lurches forward towards Urzak in a desperate attempt to try to hit him at least once. But he failed with an 11.
Scared me a
Corwan.
little bit.
Yeah, his strut is in. Oh, I didn't mean to close that door. His strut is on full display. He's just like da 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 going up, and he's gonna share space with Urzak now. And he's just like, "I got this, big guy. Don't worry."
Okay.
I have a D6 inspiration.
Go for it.
Hey, you love this.
17.
Definitely hits.
2 bludgeoning.
Well, it 2 bludgeoning, but as you hit that bone, it seems to shatter and crack, doing much more damage than you were expecting it to.
I assume it's still alive, though?
Yes, it is still alive, though.
Alright, I have severely weakened the creature. It doesn't have much. I'm gonna assume you can do this. So I'm gonna hang out with you, though. So don't worry, I'm here. It's moral support, but you guys got this, right? I can't do everything.
Well, we couldn't do it without you.
I clearly. That's
Wow.
evidence of it all.
Wow.
Hey, you know what? He didn't have that flaw for a reason. he already had the flaw from the kid. All right, it wasn't just an accident. The boy came to him. Okay,
Fair enough. But next up is Vide. Can you finish this battle up?
I certainly hope so. He just wants us over, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to shoot it. Cover your ears, everybody. 12 does not hit.
12 does not hit. However, there is a very loud bang that fills the entire area. Urzak, your ears are ringing. You cannot hear anything.
Okay.
You can't hear the chanting. Nothing. It's just that loud ring in your ear.
Hey! I told him to cover his ears.
I was over here doing this.
Ears.
That don't
Yeah.
That does not matter.
I did what she said. I followed the directions.
Jesus Christ.
Anywho, Danika, you're up next, but your ears are probably ringing too.
Danika's gonna like rub her head a little bit, like, oh, ouch. She's gonna step into Vide's space and then cast a vicious mockery on it. Vicious mockery. And it's a DC 14 Wisdom save.
Oh, you know skeletons are super wise.
Dude, he's gonna crit now thanks to you saying that.
Yeah. Well, at least it's on that.
That's a 6.
Yay! And it looks like it's 2 psychic damage, I think. 2 psychic.
Yep. Is it on Vicious Mockery? It has disadvantage on its swing? Or is that the other bard spell? I can't remember what the...
No, it's that
vicious.
one.
Okay.
And I think that's all I got. I'm good. I guess I'll move back to my space. Can I do that? Here we go.
Okay, 2 points of damage. Next up is that skeleton that you're all just picking away at, but still unable to completely destroy. Let's see if it can try to kill you, at least hit once. Nope, not with a 16.
Okay.
Alright, come on, you got this.
All right.
Alright, buddy.
Let's go,
Here.
Urzak.
I am here for moral support. You
Seeing
got
that Cog's mace seemed to do a lot more damage than anybody was expecting, Urzak's just gonna put his sword away and just punch the thing.
What? And that anybody was expecting? Really? It was wielded by a powerful individual.
Okay, just don't roll bad. Okay, 18.
18 does hit.
My unarmed strike does 5 damage.
Well, it normally does 5 damage, but since it's bludgeoning, you punch this thing with all of your might, doing 10 points of damage, which is more than enough to take this guy out. You want to describe that, since this is the last dude here?
And just a mean left hook straight into the face and just comes out the other side.
I like it. And you got skull dust all over your fist now, but it looks like there are no more skeletons, which is a great place to take a break. So why don't we go ahead and do that?
Good job, gang.
Good job. We made it.
You made it. You got through the skeletons. Good job. And we will be back in... Let's try to do a 10-minute or less break.
Okay.
So we'll be back as soon as we can, folks. Stay tuned. Howdy, everybody. We are back. Hope you missed us. Haven't been gone for too terribly long, but we are jumping back on in to Curse of Strahd here. So, when we last left off, our team had a whole lot of fun fighting some skeletons, and now they are ready to get back into things. So, everybody, what are y'all wanting to do?
Maybe we should be a little quieter this time.
Danica's gonna look around like she doesn't know who they're talking about. What? Who?
What's
Dang
Danica's-
it, short stack.
What's your HP at now?
It's at 12.
Okay. Anybody under 10?
I think Danika was the only person that got hit, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
It's true.
Oh, don't say things like that, Vide. You're gonna feed cogs. You're gonna feed the narrative he's got in his head. Don't do that.
Wait, what?
Well, if anybody needs it, I mean, I can do some healing. I mean, we'll try and save it because I don't have a whole lot right now. But if anybody really needs it, let me know.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good. Thanks, Cog.
I think I'll make it.
Okay.
It looks like we've definitely gone this way and this way before. I guess there's something dead down here, but I don't remember us going down there.
Yeah. So you remember that during the fight with the ghouls, one of them got killed and fell down those stone stairs right there. I think it was actually Danika who killed that one, but it is still lying there, dead on the ground at the bottom of that 5-foot stairs there.
Danika, I'll protect your behind.
Thank you.
What about the rest of her?
I'm gonna leave the front to Cog.
Hey, I have a lady friend. Thank you very much. Oh, you meant protect her and the fact to physically shield her from harm. Okay, I got you. A little flustered. Now he sees his little cheeks are a little red.
So you're all heading down the stairs there?
Yes, we are. I'm going to lead the way.
Okay. With Urzak leading the way, the rest of the team holding their torches up, you all
shit.
start making your way down. The funny thing is when you get to the bottom of those stairs, the first thing you notice is to your right, there's a hole in the ground.
Oh.
Just a big old black hole. But you can see it in like a little bit, and it's just a big old earthen hole. You step up towards it and you look down and you see that there is a spike pit on the ground that at one point probably was covered up, but now stuck in the spikes is a skeleton that's kind of moving a little bit. It's not quite dead. It didn't die from the damage or the fall, but it looks extremely jacked up. Like the spikes are piercing through its skull and in places in the rib cage and in the pelvis. It kind of looks up at you and is trying to swipe a little bit, but it's a 10-foot drop, so there's no way it could possibly even come close to you.
All right. It's unfortunate. So I guess we're going down the stairs this way.
I mean, you could always jump over it.
Yeah, I suppose it's only like, what, a 5-foot jump?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you, but there is a stairs to your left, going down another 5 foot to another landing that seems to go off to the west a little bit, and past your vision.
Okay.
It did sound like the chanting was coming from the south, so I guess the more south we can go, the better.
Yeah. If we... I suppose we can maybe come back on our way back up if we're leaving through the front door. Now let's get this chanting situation figured out, and then we can maybe, if we feel like it, explore a little more.
Okay. So you all
We
begin
do.
to make your way down, going down the stairs and going around the bend. And as you do so, you do see that there is yet another staircase going downward at a much steeper incline. These stairs have been just cut and hewn from the earth. And it seems like it's spent a lot of time doing this because it's very, very smooth and straight. But it continues to go downward. And as you all start stepping in that direction, I was also going to tell you that the chanting sound is definitely getting louder the further you make your way down these stairs.
Can we make out what it's saying now?
Make a perception check.
Everyone?
Anyone who wants to, yeah.
Ooh. Well, I'm not even going to bother now.
I hear everything.
With your nat 20 for a 23, you can definitely hear that some distinct words making their way through. They're chanting repeatedly. He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land. Over and over and over again.
Vide, chat says you're quiet again.
Yeah, I checked my levels. It
Okay.
went down again, so I fixed it.
You continue down, making your way slowly, carefully, down these stairs. The stairs continue on for 30 feet, 40 feet, until it comes to a small, even landing, which I'm going to go ahead and show you right now. As I move you just from one side of the map to the other.
Oh.
At the end of the landing, you see yet another set of 5-foot stairs going downward. And as you continue on, you see a room that is about 15 feet wide by 25 feet long. The sounds of that ghostly chanting fills your ears and seems to be coming from what the second farther passage leading south. In the middle of this room, you see a strange sight. There is a teddy bear sitting on the floor in the middle of the room. Around the exterior of this room, there are 13 niches carved into the earth, each housing a singular item. That chanting continues. He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land. But even as that's going on, you can't help but look at that teddy bear lying in the middle of the floor. It seems to have a twig, of all things, propped up against its shoulder and kind of, one point in the dirt, one side of it leaning against the shoulder of the bear itself, and the head is just kind of slumped to one side slightly.
What are the things in these alcoves?
Make for me an investigation check, please.
Ooh, I'm supposed to be good at this. 23.
There are a lot of things. And you take a very leisurely pass walking around the room, looking into each of these alcoves. You find a small, mummified yellow hand with sharp claws on that has been pierced and has a bit of a loop of rope through it. Another holds a knife that seems to be carved from human bone. You find a dagger with a rat skull set into the pommel. An 8-inch diameter varnished orb made from possibly like an eye or something like that. You're not quite sure. You find an aspergillum carved in bone. A folded cloak that you look at it and you immediately recoil because it looks like it's made from, at first seemed leather, but the closer you look, you're pretty sure it's more like skin of some type of creature. You also find a desiccated frog lashed to a stick in one of the alcoves. You find just a small leather sack that has a drawstring that's closed in one. You find a severed finger that is dried and looks kind of crackly, almost like jerky, but with a long nail. You find a 6-inch tall wooden figurine wrapped in cloth in such a way that it looks like a mummy, with its arms are kind of folded, crossed over its chest. You find an iron pendant adorned with a devil's face, a shrunken, shriveled head that bears a very striking resemblance to Cog. And you find a small wooden coffer with a closed lid.
Oh, I want to open it. If I had to deduce from stuff we've seen, especially from the books in the hidden room in the library, these could be ritual items?
Make an Arcana check.
I mean, obviously fake ritual item. 10 with a nat 1.
It's really difficult to tell. These are a very odd assortment of items. That one that was a desiccated frog lashed to a stick, it might be mistaken for a wand. It's difficult to tell. Just some weird random junk, it seems like.
I can't hear you, Joe.
Sorry, they thought eating people made their god happy. Who knows what this stuff means?
Right.
Or their lord. I guess he's not their god, but yeah, this is just garbage.
Danika's gonna take a step closer to the teddy bear, and she's gonna see if it just resembles the one that like Poppy had earlier, or if it's the same, and to see if that stick is. Danika wants to see if that stick is actually a stick or if it's like a bone.
Make an investigation check.
I gotta roll twice, don't I?
Yes, you do. Because you're at disadvantage.
Oh, well, I got a 5.
Man.
You kneel down.
17.
Yeah, you kneel down and look at the teddy bear, and it's a teddy bear. You kind of think about it for a little bit, but you're pretty sure that Poppy had a stuffed doll, not a teddy bear.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm good. Yeah.
The stick is a stick.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
Now, apart from these very, very odd items that are in this room, there are two passageways, both leading south. Urzak, you're kind of looking down one of them, and you can see that it is it's the tunnel kind of slopes downward at about a 20-degree angle, and at the edge of your dark vision, you can see that there is murky water at the bottom half of it, covering the ground. Beyond that, you can see an iron portcullis that is down. The bottom of it's definitely in the water, but you can see from beyond that, that with your dark vision there, that the room does extend quite a ways. And at the distance, you can see in there's another chamber filled with water, with pillars every so often, but towards the edge of it, you can see a large raised dais that comes out of the water, and seems to be completely dry.
Okay. Yeah, my dark vision is 60 feet. Well, I think I see what we're... Is there anybody in here? Is it like the chanting coming from here?
Make a perception check.
I'll give guidance.
At disadvantage,
Cool,
don't forget.
Right. So that's 1. The other is... Oh, okay. So 14 plus a d4. 17.
17. With your 17, you're looking. You cannot see anybody in that chamber, but from the sound of it, the chanting is definitely coming from that room. You can hear it echoing quite clearly. He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land.
And is this in like common? I can understand what they're saying, or
You
is
can.
it in like...
You can
Okay.
understand what they're saying quite clearly.
All right. Guys, it's this way.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I will make my way down into the water.
Okay.
As much as I think Delphine wants to be in the front, she knows she can do stuff from the back too, so she'll probably bring up the rear.
Okay. Urzak, you walk down and start making your way down that slope, which is literally just a dirt slope down to the murky water below. The moment your boots step into it, you just feel icy cold water. You can't help but get a little bit of a chill up your shoulder, up your spine as you step into it. It splashes, and have you, Marty, ever been in a swamp before?
No.
So there's this kind of stench that comes along with stepping into stagnant water that's filled with plant material and things like that, and that's kind of the stench you're getting the moment you step into it, and that water just splashes a little bit. It's disgusting.
I'm also covered in monster guts, and we slept in a room with a bunch of dead ghasts last night.
This is true. So, I mean, context. Yeah. I feel you. You go right up to that iron portcullis. It is blocking the path forward. So what do you do?
Can I lift it from the bottom? You said it like closed down at the bottom?
Yeah, it's it's all the way down, so it goes ceiling to floor. You can look up, and there is a slot in the ceiling that it's obvious that's where it goes. It continues upward, so it does look like you could. It goes up and down to open and close.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to do that. I'll try to lift it up from the bottom.
And while he's doing that, can I just look on the walls and see if there's like a lever or a button or anything?
Sure, make an investigation check, and that's going to be an athletics check for you, Urzak.
Okay. I have disadvantage on this. Would anybody be willing to help with some guidance or?
I can't reach you.
Well, Cog could swoop in there and just tap me on the back. He goes, "All right, buddy, you got this.
I'll give you some.
Big, strong, beefy man like you got this."
I'll give you some bardic inspiration.
Thank you, Danika. And Cog, of course.
She tries to whisper, sing like a little song. You can do it.
Love is an open door.
As I say, you'll hear behind you, 2 hearts that beat as one.
So that's a D6 and a D4 for the inspiration and the guidance?
Correct.
Forever.
Okay,
I'll hold you close in my arms.
I got the water roll was a 22, and the D6 and the D4 made a 5, so this is a 27.
27. You reach down and grip those iron bars and just start heaving with all your might. At first, it's like there's resistance and you think you're not going to do it, but then you just find that inner strength and push and push and push, and slowly that gate begins to lift upward. You have to heave and heave and heave. It's hard, but you get it up enough so that your friends could get underneath it.
Hurry up.
The green man is glistening.
Yes, he is.
Dang, look at those biceps.
Right?
My endless love.
But you are all able to scoot around and through Urzak and get into that next room while he's holding this up. You're straining, you're holding it up like it's not just going to stay right where it is. You can tell all that weight is pressing downward. So you yell, "Hurry, hurry," to your friends.
So he rushes past. Cog will whisper, "I think Vide saw that, buddy. That's good. That's really good."
What?
Oh, yeah. That's right. Play coy. I like that. That's good. Makes for a better story.
Has no idea what you're talking about.
As Urzak drops that gate, which goes down with a splash into the water once again, the rest of you can see a room about 40 feet wide, almost perfectly square, with smooth masonry walls that no doubt provide the excellent acoustics that has been carrying this chanting. The funny thing is, the moment you step into that room, the chanting stops.
That's not good.
Oh, I didn't like that. Nope.
I am not a fan of this at all.
There are
I pull out my rapier.
Yep, your rapier ready to go.
Yeah, you all immediately quickly pull your weapons out, looking around. Now, you can see that there are featureless stone pillars supporting the ceiling, and a breach in the west wall, the south wall, down at the far end, you would be able to see, leads to, a bit of a, seems kind of like an alcove or something like that. Just a dark cave that you can see has refuse and things like that. Like the water is poured into that area and it's just a catch-all for anything that comes into this water. There are stairs at either end of the room leading up to dry stone ledges that hug the walls. In the middle of the room, more stairs rise to form an octagonal dais that also rises up above the water. Rusty chains with shackles dangle from the ceiling directly above a stone altar mounted at the top of this dais. You can all see that with the torchlight that Corwan and Vide have, you can see that the altar on the sides are carved with hideous depictions of grasping ghouls, and the top of it is stained with something dark and sticky.
No.
So what do you all do?
Could I, without getting too close to it, because I know how freaky this house has been, and we know that they're killing people, can I make an Arcana check to see if this is kind of the ritual room, basically?
Yeah, go for it. Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh, natural 20 for a 30.
Wow. You
Well,
have...
it's 27, but 3 with guidance.
You have no doubt in your mind whatsoever. This is definitely the ritual room this cult has been using. Or was using, I should say.
That's definitely the sacrifice platform. So if anybody goes up there, I would be extra careful. We don't know what kind of... They were into some weird shit. We don't know exactly what kind of weird shit, but... Just be careful.
Not me slowly inching my way up to the platform going, what?
Yeah, Urzak is just wading through this water, which is basically about thigh height in the center of it. It's nasty and smelly. But you start making your way up towards that altar. The moment you step foot on it, things change. The moment you step foot on it, hold on a second here. The moment you step foot onto it, the lights of your torches go out.
Oh, God damn it! I was just writing. So
Those of you with dark vision, your eyes slowly adjust, and you can see Urzak standing there on the steps of that dais. Made his way up to the top, but around the top of this pillar here, 13 dark apparitions appear on the ledges overlooking the room.
Oh no.
Each one resembles a black-robed figure holding a torch, but the torch's fire is black and seems to, the light from the torches that you are holding, you kind of watched as that light just streaked towards the ones the figures were holding, and that's how the lights went out. You hear a new chant from 13 voices. One must die. One must die. And as they say this, each one moves their other hand, the one not holding the torch, to point towards the altar. One must die. One must die. One must die.
all right. We get it.
They just, I'm not going to repeat it, but they do not stop. They repeat it over and over and over again without ceasing.
You said they're up here on the platform where we're standing?
They're kind of all around the room, basically.
Can I try and walk through one? What happens if I go up to one?
You walk up towards one. It doesn't seem to really register at first, and you think it's just kind of like it can't see you, but then that head turns and looks directly towards you. You see just a blank spot underneath that hood, completely dark and featureless. And yes, Vide, I will give you. You're going to pull out your scimitar.
Yes. That way I can see.
Kaga tried to relight his torch.
Vide pulls out the scimitar, bringing light into the chamber once again. Corwan,
that's
you
better.
You have your flint and steel, or you can cast a spell.
Well, with Druidcraft, yeah, he can like light small flames. So yeah, he'd be trying to fucking relight his torch.
You cast the spell, it lights the torch for a second, and then immediately that light is drawn away towards those torches.
You know, that's not fair, guys. Or there are 13 of you. I can see you now.
They're still pointing. They're still pointing. They're still saying it over and over again. One must die. One must die. One must die.
One of you can come down here and die.
Yes.
Give me a religion or an insight check.
Let's find out which one's better. They're both. No, I'll do insight. At disadvantage still?
Yes.
That's a nat 1.
Oh no.
You can't help but wonder what the hell they're talking about. One must die. One what? What? One must die? What the hell they mean? You're just completely baffled.
So we came all the way down here for this?
What does... Is that an altar up there?
That is definitely an altar, yes.
Urzak, can you read what that says? Maybe I can help you decipher it?
I can try.
Urzak, investigation check.
Oops, that's intimidation. Not quite what we want here.
You'd scream at that altar to tell you what the...
5.
Oh no.
You look over this altar. You do not see any sort of writing whatsoever. Just depictions of ghouls and creatures like that. On the top of it, you can see that there is a small dagger, completely black, with a black hilt and a black gem in the pommel of it. Seems to be coated in blood, or at least dried blood, by your guess, and is laying on top of that altar.
That's kind of cool.
One must die. One must die. One must die.
Clarification, please. Stop chanting. Can I ask a question?
Can I just stab it?
One must die. One must die. One must die.
One what must die? One of us? One of you? Who?
One must die. One must die. One must die.
And they're like they're kind of like...
They're incorporeal. You can see through them. Yeah, absolutely they can. Like...
So I was to say, so they're not like solid. Like we couldn't like grab one of them and like kill them and... Alright, could you guys just... We get it. We get it. One must die. Yeah, I heard you. Can we talk amongst ourselves? Is that okay? Please?
They seem to not be moving, but they continue to repeat themselves
Fucking
over
balls, guys.
and
All right.
over.
I think we're
and
gonna have to
over.
yell over them.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not willing to die.
Yeah, I'm
Same.
good.
Nope, I don't want to go either.
Well, I guess we can just leave the way we came.
What about you, Johnny Cash? You seem like the dark type. What's going on? Looking at
Me?
Vide.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
Jan-
definitely would rather not die.
Oh, okay.
I got things to do.
All right. Well,
Dying isn't one of them.
we aren't interested in dying. Would one of you like to take our place? Huh? What do you say?
They do not respond other than saying again and again, one must
Brother.
die.
Well, yeah, I heard you. One must die. Yeah.
Whatever.
Is
there
there
another one?
anything else up on this ledge? Or is
There
it
is-
just like...
It's just a ledge. Yeah. You
wanna-
like step around the figures. They don't react. They seem to watch you, their heads, but don't react other than to repeat the chant over and over and over again. Urzak,
As I approach each one, I stab at it.
it goes straight through and does nothing.
Oh. I want to see what... I'm just going to step down and see what this thing is over here.
Yeah, so the moment you step foot into the water, Urzak, as your friends are
Yes.
kind of moving around, the figures disappear.
Oh, okay.
And instead, a new chant begins throughout the room. This time you don't see the voices, but it comes from everywhere. The voices call out, Valrath the Decayer, we awaken thee! Valrath the Decayer, we awaken thee! Valrath the Decayer, we awaken thee! And as you see that, you see this big mass in this cave that looked just like refuse and plant matter and things like that begin to rise up, up out of the ground 5 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet, 10 feet. And as the plant matter falls away, you see in its place a horrible abomination. It looks humanoid, but doubled in size. There's no hair on it whatsoever, just plant matter clinging to it in places. It appears to be stitched together all over, as though multiple parts of bodies were put together and stitched together. And I need everyone to roll for initiative.
V
Here we
definitely
go.
sees Delphine shake as this thing like shaken like disgust, like, oh, that's not good.
If we're exhausted, we have disadvantage still.
Balls!
Yep.
It can't get worse than that.
Yeesh.
Yeah, 3.
2 nat ones on initiative. Oh no. Oh.
Who got
Brandie,
two?
chat was saying that you went quiet again the last time you were talking.
I already saw. I've
Okay.
fixed it.
Thank you.
2 hearts that beat as one.
Oh, I hate that. What the hell is that?
Forever. Forever.
Maybe that's the one that must die.
Yeah.
Now, can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
So, like, if I go this way, am I going, like, is that...
Yeah, so that is actually a drop. It's I have to look real quick to tell you how much that is.
Forever.
Oof.
Did you say it was like, what, 2 or 3 feet above the water?
I'm sorry, what? Flesh golem?
Icky.
Let's see here. What size is that? Yeah, the daises are 5 feet high, so they're 5 feet over the water.
Okay.
Or actually, that'd be about 3 feet over the water. But yeah, anyway, they're it's a 5 foot drop. And let's see here, who gets to go first? Vide with your 21, and Delphine on deck after that. You are the first to react as you see something reach its hands out from the two sides of this cave, and this ugly, horrible head begins peeking out from it. The face it looks human. There's the nose, there's the mouth, there's the ears, but it's twisted and deformed and slightly bloated a little bit. It's terrifying. But you're the first to react, so what do you do?
Okay, I think I'm gonna go back 5, 10. Okay, I'm gonna go here, I think. And I'm gonna pull out my pistol, take aim. A revolver. I keep calling it a pistol. 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
And that is 12 piercing damage.
So this loud bang goes off.
That scared me.
The bullet flies true, striking the thing directly in the chest, center mass. The bullet seems to pierce its flesh, leaving a hole that slightly smokes, but the thing does not seem to react in any way, shape, or form.
Gross.
Perfect. That is awesome.
Gross.
Good luck with this one, guys.
Delphine, you're up next with Urzak on deck.
I'm within melee, correct? So if I move, it'd be He's kind of in a weird spot of squares.
But he is in a weird spot of squares, but yes, you are technically within range of him.
I'm gonna bonus action go into Blade Song.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Frost Fingers on this guy. It's a 15-foot cone coming from me. Oh, there it is. So it should still get him. So a Constitution saving throw. DC 15. Here, I will. See if it'll go in the chat. I forgot this one doesn't do the cards.
It kind of. Oh, wait a minute. No, it doesn't because you're using the.
It doesn't do like the description, because that particular spell is on D&D. Yeah. Freezing cold blast from your fingertips in a 15-foot cone. Each creature in the area must make a Constitution saving throw. Cold freezes non-magical liquids in the area being worn or carried.
Yeah, absolutely. You cast the spell, blasting out with cold, with ice and cold, freezing the ground underneath it, the water down there. It hits the creature, and that ice starts to crystallize over its skin. But you can also tell it did not nearly take as much of a hit from that as you were hoping it would.
Fine. That's my action. My bonus action, I'm going to stay where I am. I can delete this cone. It's a
I was going to tell you not to because that shows where the ice is.
Okay, I will put it back.
Just do undo. Right-click undo.
I don't have an undo.
I did it. Haha, it worked.
Okay. Yes. I was like, I don't have an undo.
Oh, really? Oh, that's weird. Okay, but anyway, yeah, I'm going to leave it there because that shows where that ice is. How long does the ice last? It doesn't really say?
It doesn't say. It just says that it freezes over.
Gotcha. Okay. That's it for... are you doing anything else for your turn, or is that it?
No, that's my bonus action and my action.
Perfect.
And I'm going to stay here because attacks of opportunity still suck.
Absolutely. Okay. Next up, we've got Urzak with Danika on deck.
All right. Is this difficult terrain, the water?
The water itself really is not difficult terrain.
Okay. It was just
It's 2
curious.
feet deep. It's not like too bad.
So it would be
Unless you're
difficult
Cog.
terrain for Cog.
Unless you're
Yeah.
Cog, yes. Cog would have difficulty.
He's up to his chest on him.
Yeah.
Urzak draws his blade, runs forward and says, "Balrus, give me strength!" And he's going to take a weapon attack. And I'm going to use my natural 20 here that I got for doing the recap today.
As you go charging forward, you step onto that ice that the whole upper layer was frozen solid, but like when you
sorry.
step down into it, you do crunch through it. Like it's not super thick.
Point of order. I
Yeah.
first want to use my bonus action to cast Wrathful Smite.
Okay, you can do that.
So I will do that. Can I... Man. Doesn't need to be a roll. So this says... Next time you hit with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, your attack does an extra 1d6 psychic damage. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be frightened of you until the spell ends. My spell DC is 12. So we'll resolve that in a second, I suppose.
Yep.
So first is the longsword damage, because I'm also going to use my other spell slot to Divine Smite here.
Okay.
So this should do... So since this is a crit, it should... I didn't roll it twice for some reason.
So what we're just gonna... Well, yeah, just roll another d8.
Okay. Another d8, and then... Well, actually, would this be... Since this is a Divine Smite, this would be...
So yeah, the extra d8 is for your longsword. Then you're gonna
Mhm.
roll 2d6, and then you're gonna roll whatever the I can't remember what your divine smite is. Is it 2d6? Another 2d6?
2d8 at level
So
1.
2d8.
2d8.
Level 1's 2d8 plus. Is this thing undead?
Golems are construct.
All right, then
Okay.
I would say if it were a fiend or undead, it's an extra d8. But
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that you guys would actually know that, but
Mechanically speaking.
mechanically speaking, yes.
So with the crit, that's an extra 4d8. Is that accurate?
Correct. Yeah, so roll 4d8, roll 2d6, and then another d8 for the longsword. So
Okay.
5d8 and 2d6, and that's going to be
Cool.
the total damage.
An extra 34. So
30.
34 plus 7,
41.
So 41.
41.
Nice. Wow. Big hit.
You almost
Go
the
ahead.
magical number.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
true. That's true. So you come running up and take this huge slash, channeling the power of your god into this. It slashes through this creature. The cut itself from the longsword cuts into the flesh. It doesn't seem like it's taking nearly as much of that damage as you were hoping it were, but then the power of your god, boom, hits it. And it takes a decent amount of that damage.
Cool. That's my turn.
Second here.
Well, Danika's gonna move forward a little bit. And then she is gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on it.
3 points of damage. Okay, 1 second here.
It
Very
does
big
still
hit
need to
for
make
one
that wisdom save.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Well,
To
it
see if it's
would if it weren't immune to the frightened condition.
Well, you'll have that.
Yep. Okay, wisdom saving throw from the Dissonant Whispers. I rolled a 16,
Yeah.
so that is a
Oh
save.
no. Okay.
Chooses now to start rolling well.
Yeah, I know, right?
Ah,
Okay. That's my turn.
oh, I forgot I was going to do that different. So half of that damage is 6 points. Okay, is that it for your turn, Danika?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Next up, we come to Valrath the Decayer. He is... He is going to make 2 slam attacks. And Urzak, you are right there.
I sure am.
That's a nat 20.
Silvery barbs.
Boom. Silvery barbs, too.
Fingers crossed it's not another nat 20.
Ooh. 16.
I got you, friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, that saved your life right there. Second slam attack. God, that was a 12.
Sometimes, dear, you've got to fight with the
Oh,
with magic.
I saw my life flash before my eyes.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter because you saved anyway. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be it for his turn. Corwan,
I'm
you're
gonna give
up next.
myself advantage.
Good idea.
He's gonna kind of saunter up next to Vide. He's like, "Wow, did you see that? That was quite the move by him, wasn't it? I mean, pretty nice to have those big, powerful arms around you all the time, huh?" Anyway, yeah, I know. I'm shocked too. He's gonna go ahead. He's gonna shoot a guiding bolt at it, but no, that's not gonna hit. I don't have many spell slots, and that's a wasted one.
Yep, definitely not going to hit with a 10.
Yeah, see? I mean, I'm just wee and small. I mean, I know, but look at those big... He's gonna kind of, like, do a couple, like, winks, like, do the eyebrows, like, yeah. Anyway, you kids have fun.
Okay.
What are you talking about back there? This is not the time.
What? I don't know what you... We're just having a conversation. I mean, this is
Right
A,
now?
B,
Really?
Hey, A, B, see your way out of it. Thank you, sir.
Wow.
I mean, if you want him to see, this thing is gonna come after y'all. So,
Well, it is the top of the turn order with Vide up and Delphine on deck.
Alright, V just kind of looks at Corwan like,
Good, you show him what you're worth.
okay. Then I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15,
You have no idea how much I am
20,
enjoying myself.
25. I'm gonna go.
We seriously have no idea.
So you jump down into the water and go running off.
Yeah, basically. And then I'm gonna try to whip this dude since my revolver did absolutely nothing. 19 to hit
19 does hit.
for 6 damages.
6 points of damage. You slash at that creature with your whip. It takes a crack across the cheek that splits it open just a little bit, and you can't help but wind back your whip in frustration because it still did not do nearly as much damage as you were hoping it would.
Ugh.
Are you just
Nothing.
trying to set me up for these? I mean, you just giving me the ammo? Come on.
Alright, I mean that's it. Nothing I got nothing now.
So the whip didn't did like
It
not
did.
as much damage, or it did like no damage?
It did not as much damage.
It might be like,
Okay.
yeah, it's like resistant to non-magical shit like that.
Hmm.
Like, that was still
Oh.
pretty impressive, though, wasn't it, big guy? Yeah, it was. You should
I was
take
gonna
notice
say-
sometime. Give him a compliment. Say, hey, good job.
I'm gonna say if it's resistant to non-magical stuff, you do have that new sword that I think is magical. The moon touch one.
And you are holding it in your offhand, because you've been holding it to use the light.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I guess I could do an action surge, because that's the only way I
You don't
can
have to do it right now. I'm just saying that might be
Yeah.
the key to doing a little more damage.
Yeah, I'll try that next.
Okay, is that it for your turn? You still have a bonus action.
I mean, I don't have any bonus action.
Fair enough. Delphine, you're up next with Urzak on deck.
Okay, Urzak got in front of me, but I'm still within melee, right?
Honestly, I'm
If
going to
not-
say that probably not, because once Urzak would have gotten up, the head would have been back again.
I asked because I would have gotten within melee when I Cone of Colded, but you said I was, so
Yeah,
I
because-
didn't move.
So, remember he was, pulling his head up to look, and then that's when you hit him? But then when Urzak came back and started swinging, it would have, straightened up again. So that's why it was in melee range, because the head was out a little bit. If you move 5 feet, you'll be within...
I'm gonna move this time then because I would have
Yeah.
moved.
Yeah.
Because Urzak's in my way. Wait.
Sorry, he was right there.
And I am going to, since I seen that V didn't do quite as much damage, I'm gonna bonus action Hex.
Okay. Bonus action.
And we're gonna
Hex.
do Strength. Because why not? And then I am going to Green Flame Blade him.
I'll use
for
that
a
little
20
heart thingy.
24 to hit.
Yep, 24 definitely hits.
Nice.
So that's crap. It's magical piercing damage, but it's 8 piercing and 1 force damage.
Okay. So, yeah, you stab into this creature with your rapier that burst into flames, piercing its flesh, and it does seem to take the full damage from that.
We got this. We'll hold him back.
Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Urzak, you're up next with Danika on deck.
Okay, I will make a slash with my longsword. I've used all 2 of my spell slots, so I'm kind of not sure how this is looking. Oh, I don't want to roll.
Oh wait,
twice.
I had advantage.
Oh, from Silvery Barbs, that's right.
Yeah. It was a 10.
Okay. 17?
17 does hit.
Okay. Normal, just regular, everyday, 11 damage.
11 points of damage as you slash at this creature with that longsword of yours, cutting into it. The flesh does seem to separate and cut, and it takes the hit not nearly as much as you were hoping for, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay, no bonus actions here.
Gotcha.
Ah, damn, I should have done the dodge action again. I did so well with that last time.
Danika, you're up next.
Danica is gonna cast Vicious Mockery on it.
Okay, Vicious Mockery. What do you say as you viciously mock him?
You look like a mashed up ball of pudding skins.
That is a very accurate description. And with a 13, it rolls.
Yes.
He takes it and kind of looks down at it. Sounds like, you're right.
Oh my god,
Right.
it talks.
4 points of
damage.
4 points of psychic damage, and it gets disadvantage on its next attack, which is probably a good thing. Okay. Valrath the Decayer is up next with Corwan on deck at the bottom of turn order. There's two really choice targets sitting here right in front of them. Both of them have hit, so I'm just going to roll a d4. 1 and 2 is Delphine, 3 and 4 is Urzak. That's a 4, going at Urzak with disadvantage from the vicious mockery. And that's a 17, which misses.
Yes. Thank you, Danika.
And as angry as the thing is for missing, like you hold up your shield, and as it's punching towards you, you just pull that shield up. So it's going to punch you again.
Oh,
But that was a 9.
I'm terrified. I really am. The second you hit me, I'm just done for, but I feel it in my bones.
Probably.
Don't let that pudding sack hit you, Urzak.
Ashley,
that
it's
crit
got
at
a
the
low
beginning
HC.
put the fear
It's
of
only
ballers
got
in me, I
a
tell you what.
11. That's fair. That's it for his turn. We got Corwan at the bottom of turn order with Vide on deck.
I think now, I want to save that one spell slot in case someone needs healing, potentially, so he will just use for now a nice, safe, standard, Sacred Flame. Let's see how dexterous this poor bastard is. Ooh, that'd be good damage if he doesn't save. But watch, he's going to save now. I jink. Oh, son of a bitch, it didn't! That'll be 8 radiant to him. Hopefully that's not something he's resistant to.
Yeah. So with a 4, he definitely failed. You see that radiant bolt of energy strike the creature. He does take the full damage.
Sweet. Hey, big guy, try some radiant stuff. It seems to work really well.
I'm tapped out. I've done all I can for the day.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Now,
Just keep stabbing him then.
the moment you hit the creature,
Oh, he goes. Oh, it's the one ability they have. I don't know what ability it has. I shouldn't say anything. This is not good.
Okay. It seems to be angry and getting hit and definitely not liking this. That's it for your turn?
Yeah, he's like, I mean, you try again. This time I think he'll be more receptive and be more positive with his affirmations towards you. You go ahead. I'm very proud of you.
Okay, next up we have Vide with Delphine on deck.
Okay, so if I go up here, right, that, can I hit him with a scimitar? Right here.
Unfortunately, no. With since it's like back in that cave right there, Delphine and Urzak are basically blocking the whole area. Like, you could step forward and stand in one of their spaces, and I'll allow you to make your attack, but it would be a disadvantage.
I mean, I guess it's...
Oh, I just heard myself. That was weird.
Yeah, I was bringing up the Twitch chat. I'm just putting it to chat only.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna try it.
Hi, Chad.
I'm gonna... Excuse me, pardon me. Go up. 16 to hit.
16 does hit, even
So
at
that'd be 5
disadvantage.
damage.
Yeah, 5 points of damage. You slash at this creature with that Moon Touch Scimitar. It does take the full damage, but you're also stuck where you cannot end your turn right there, so you're gonna have to move,
And I do.
which does provoke an attack of opportunity.
I mean,
So is a 16 hit?
just hits, yeah.
Okay.
Even with the cloak of protection and the new armor you got last time.
Yeah, because you got that chain shirt and that cloak of protection last.
Yeah, I put that shit. I'm pretty sure I put everything on there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's on there, so
Yeah. So it
I-
did.
Okay, so
to be honest, I don't remember what my armor class was, but
okay, I'm gonna reaction protection to give that disadvantage.
Yeah, I guess technically you could.
Well,
Still hits.
I tried.
9 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Vide.
Is your
Ouch.
dex 2? Because that would be why you get a 16. 13 for the armor, 1 for the cloak of protection, and
my,
2.
my dex is +3.
Oh, so you should have a 17 then. I think so.
I'll look at it later.
Yeah, it might just not be because the cloak of protection's a 1, chain shirt's a +3. It's a 13 base, plus her 3, so she should have a 17. But anyway,
yeah, I'll look at it later. We're getting close to the end of the show. Delphine, you're up next with Urzak on deck.
I am going to green flame blade it again, just so that my rapier's magical.
You got it.
For a 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
9 piercing and 2 force.
9 piercing and 2 force. You stab at this creature again. It's looking fairly hurt by this point, but it is still up.
Come at me, you won't.
Next is Urzak with Danika on deck.
I am going to make another attack, I suppose. I have no spell slots. Well, actually, I think a better use of my time here is going to be making sure that Vide's okay. I'm gonna lay on hands Vide for 5.
Okay. You
I
reach
heard
out
that, Joe.
I'm sorry, you guys keep doing it to me.
You reach out and touch someone, which happens to be Vide, healing him for 5 hit points.
Thank you, much appreciated.
Of course.
Danika, you're up next.
Danika is gonna cast Vicious Mockery again.
I love myself.
Congratulations. We're all proud of you.
I'm so proud of you. Let's go.
Oh, this is too good.
Yeah, definitely a failure with a 9. So tell us how you viciously mock this creature.
Your mom probably put you up on that altar for sacrifice.
Oh, your mama joke.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, that
Ouch.
Yeah.
You hear just a little bit of a sob come out from the creature, and goddamn, but does that sound like a baby's sob? Ugh.
Oh no.
Okay, it is Valrath's turn. At the top of his turn, I need to roll a d6. Okay. He is looking at between the two of you, Urzak and Delphine. It's hard to decide who he really wants to take a stab at. Ashley is now feeling sorry for the creature. And yeah, I kind of feel the same. That's a 2, so that's going to be at Delphine. First attack is at disadvantage because of the Vicious Mockery. That's a 19 to hit.
It misses.
Nice.
Awesome.
Second attack. 21.
Shield misses.
Is that your last?
21 is my AC.
Nice. Was that your last spell slot?
It was.
Okay. Yeah, 2 punches towards Delphine. At the last second, throws up that arcane shield, and the thing, boom, just hits it. But, whew.
Urzak moves to like do the protection thing and like get in the way, but sees that Delphine just throws up a shield and takes care of it on her own. He's like, "Damn, all right."
That's it for his turn. So we got Corwan on, Corwan up, and Vide on deck.
How is Vide doing health-wise?
I'm good.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, I do have a spell that I could heal you with from here. I get healing word, but
We can. I'm good for now.
all right, well then he will
Attack
go
the
ahead. You know, he's gonna go ahead and try that Sacred Flame worked last time. Let's see, he's thinking about. He's like, I need that extra energy to be able to bring somebody back, so I gotta save that. And he's gonna throw out. Oh my good lord!
Oof,
Something though.
A whole point of damage.
Yeah!
One is better than
I
nothing.
killed him. That'd be great if that took him down.
yeah.
Cog would be like, yeah, that's right. He'd start flexing forever. But yeah, I mean,
Can't
that's
hear
the.
you.
We
Just the
can't
one
hear you.
damage.
Sorry. Yeah, not dead, but does take the 1 point of damage at least.
Yeah, that's right. More where that came from.
Big talk. He can't get past us.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of why he's talking shit.
At the top of the turn order, all of those ghosts just suddenly appear and swarm Corwan. Oh no!
Turn him dead!
That was loud as hell.
I cupped it and shouted into the mic.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a bit loud. But top of the turn order, it's Vide with Delphine on deck.
Alright, this might be stupid, but I'm gonna just... Excuse me, pardon me. I mean, I did better damage this way. 22 to hit for 8 damage.
Yeah, definitely hits. 8 points of damage. You slash through this creature with that scimitar, cutting deeply through its gut. Some of the intestines begin pouring out into the water, and there's a lot more intestines than you would really expect something to have. Whew. Is that it for your turn?
Well, besides me backing up, yeah.
Yeah. Well, as you back up, it is getting its attack of opportunity.
With disadvantage.
Nope.
But why is it
Come on.
disadvantage?
I was gonna use my reaction, but
No, that's fine.
I don't need to.
Nope. Don't need to. Okay, Delphine, you're up with Urzak on deck.
Let's keep stabbing this ugly meat bag. 25 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh, 5 force and 10 piercing.
Oof.
There you go.
Delphine, tell me how this looks as you kill this gigantic creature.
So the way I imagine it is she's gotten a little cocky in this fight because she can finally fight. And some of the shield that comes from her, that magic goes into her blade. And she goes, I told you wouldn't hit me. As I just shove it, like, right into, like, where the rib cage should be, like, right up into where the heart should be.
You just pierce upward through this creature, which already had a big old cavity because Vide cut the belly open. You get your arm through there, stabbing upward right into the heart, and the creature just cries out in pain and anger. But then it drops to its knees. It looks at you, reaching a hand out towards you, almost as though to grab you, but then its eyes roll back in its skull, and it falls down to the ground, dead.
Well, one just died.
Yes, one did die.
I give Delphine a playful punch on the arm.
Do a little hip bump as I try to pull my rapier out of any bones.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just pulling that rapier out, and Urzak kind of gives you that little tap in congratulation. The rest of you look on, feeling, pretty good about what just happened. But then, well, the moment it falls down, the apparitions appear once again. They cry out, "Infidels!
Oh.
Death comes to you all! Death be praised!" And the entire room begins to shake and rumble. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw as the ground just upheaves and starts rumbling and throwing you all about.
Normal? No disadvantage for exhaustion, because that's just ability checks, right?
Yes, just checks.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck, that's a 6.
Oh, I think Urzak and I fail. For sure.
Let's see. Urzak, you got a 6. Delphine, you got a 9. Danika, you got a 13. The three of you fall down to the ground. Some of you splashing in that disgusting putrid water. As you lay there, lying on the ground, suddenly, those of you who are on the ground looking up, the ceiling begins to crack, and rocks begin to rain down from the ceiling. I need another dexterity. This is going to be an acrobatics check to try to dodge these rocks. Those of you who are on the ground are doing this at disadvantage.
Did we take damage from that?
From the actual fall, no.
Okay.
I have advantage on acrobatics checks because I'm still in Blade Song, so it would just be a straight roll.
Yes. You also cannot guide yourself in this. These are just reactionary things to what's going on.
Fucking 7.
I have a 7.
Got it. 7.
Jackpot. We win. We all got 7.
Yeah.
You win damage! Yay!
Everyone who did not roll a 12 is going to take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as just these rocks pelt you over and over again. Boom, boom, boom. You push yourself to your feet and start looking around. There's nowhere to go but that portcullis that's down. More rocks are falling. You're going to have to dodge even more. They're hitting you over and over again. So what do you all do?
Run.
Run.
As you go running towards that portcullis, Corwan, you're the first one there, and you spot this. There is a gigantic wheel inset into the wall with spokes coming out of it. It looks like some type of a wheel or crank. It looks like Ashley is redeeming a healing surge to whomever needs it the most. It looks like that would be Danika who needs it. So, Danika, you're going to get to roll 2d4 and add that to your healing.
Fantastic use of channel points.
I
Thank
got
you.
it too. Thank you.
2 is better than none.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, it is indeed. So the gods look down on you with favor and heal you just a little bit. There is that crank there in the wall, and then, Urzak, you can also lift this thing, possibly. How are you going to try to do this?
Not leaving it up to chance. I'm getting beat up. Let's turn that crank, guys.
Yep, absolutely.
As rocks are falling down, hitting you over and over again.
Is there any chance that I would be able to cast Blade Ward on myself?
You don't have any spells left. So
That's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip.
Oh.
How long does that last?
Just a round.
Could you? Yes. While Urzak is cranking this thing, it does take about a good minute to pull. So I'm going to need everyone to make me another acrobatics check to dodge these rocks.
Yeah,
Can I
can
be
I
helping
cast?
make it go faster?
Yeah, 2 people could do this to go a little bit faster. So you're only going to need to make one more of these acrobatics checks.
Jesus.
Can I also cast
Damn.
healing word on myself?
Yeah, since everyone else is working to crank this thing, it's only going to take a round, so you can use a spell if you want to.
God.
Yeah, I'm getting hurt.
Same.
Hey, can I redeem a healing surge in the chat?
No. 6 points of bludgeoning damage to everyone who did not roll a 12.
I'm at 1 hit point.
Hold on, I'm slow. I'm behind. I didn't even roll yet.
You are able to get the portcullis open, working together with Vide and Urzak. The gate lifts up, and there's a little rope to one side that you just grab and loop around the crank to hold it in place, and you are all able to run into the next room.
That damn teddy bear.
You do make it into that next room. There is that teddy bear on the ground, as well as a lot of other objects. But the moment you step foot into this room, all of these objects begin to fly about, shooting off from their little alcoves and rocketing towards you. I need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw this time.
17.
I don't think I'm
22.
making it out of here alive.
I've got you, don't worry.
Yeah, that is a failure for you, Delphine. Looks like, don't forget to call out your rolls, y'all. 21, 22.
19.
Yeah.
22.
As you're all running, most of you are ducking and weaving as you start running up towards those stairs. Delphine, you're kind of towards the rear, and as you're running, that teddy bear leaps from the ground up towards you. As you
Teddy bear.
you look and you see this as the teddy bear is reaching towards you, but then the mouth of the bear spreads open, and you can see this massive spread of human-looking teeth inside the mouth. It bites down onto you. And you take 5 points of piercing
I'm down.
damage.
I
From a teddy bear? Dang.
It
I
latches
use one-
on. Give me 1 second.
Sorry.
It latches onto her, biting, and she cries out in pain and drops to the ground. Go ahead.
I use 1 point of lay on hands to bring her back up.
You rush over, touching her, pushing that last bit of lay on hands into your friend. And Delphine, you wake up with 1 hit point.
Still got 4 left just in case we need it.
Yeah, I got 1 spell, and then I've got something else I could do. If absolutely necessary.
You are all able to make it to the stairwell and run up it. Go ahead and move over there so I can just click on everybody and move you easily.
Everybody jumped in the same spot.
Yeah, everybody just wants to get out of here.
Yeah. What? Okay, everyone don't move. Make my life easier.
Nobody move.
You can't stop me. I'll move.
Okay, you're running up to the next level.
We're all gonna die.
Running as quickly as you can.
Oh, where are we?
You're just kind of up on the map
Okay.
a little bit in the next area.
Yeah.
You come running up those stairs. As you're running, the entire area is still shaking. Ashley, am I able to use more points to do a healing surge, or is it a one-time stream thing? No. If the thing there's a limit to how many people can do at a time, but as long as you're able to click it, you can still do it. Anyway, you're making your way up those stairs. The room is rumbling and shaking. You're having to hold on to the sides of the wall as you make your way up, but you are able to make your way up to the next level of this dungeon. From here, you can see that there's that hole with a skeleton in it, and then there's the rooms far beyond. Where are you planning on going?
Well, we're not going there anymore.
The trapdoor?
Yeah, we gotta get to that trap door to the first floor.
Okay. So you start running towards that trap door. You know that it's in the same room that that statue of the Gaunt Man is. So you start running towards that area. The moment you step foot into that room, you see bones just flying all about, willy-nilly, streaming through the room, creating this almost dust storm. I need everyone to make for me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I can do that.
Great.
Apparently I can't do that. It's an 11.
My 3 11s. 3 11s.
I've got.
Oh, I got a 20.
Inspiration was on my thing at some point. I don't know why. I'm gonna try it now.
We did have it at one point.
15.
Yes, you did.
So I had 15.
Okay, don't forget to click that off. A 15 is a success, and that's actually the DC. So Delphine and Urzak, you begin coughing and hacking as you breathe in this dust. You now have the poisoned condition.
No.
Okay, I already basically have
You already
that.
did this. Yeah, you already at disadvantage on shit anyway. So.
Well, but it also affects your attack rolls and things.
Oh, okay. Oh yes, I can do that on my character sheet.
Yep. But you do know where that door is. You start running towards the door that you did leave open, Delphine, and you can see that there's that 10-foot stone staircase leading up to a ladder.
Yeah, I think Delphine is lagging behind a little bit with the coughing.
Probably. Okay. As you all start running up that staircase, you're feeling the rumbling and the shaking again. The stairs move downward and turn into a slide. I need everyone to make me another... you can, for this time, you can either make an athletics check or a acrobatics check to stop you from sliding back down into the fog, the bones mist.
Great. Yep.
I got a 13.
22.
16.
Hey, it wasn't a 7 this time. A 14.
An 8.
Oh, no.
The DC for this one is 12. So everyone who failed, which it just looks like it's Corwan, you slide back down that slide, screeching along the bottom, and land in that dust cloud again. I need another con saving throw from you.
Well, 9.
That is a failure. You are now poisoned as well.
It's not any different than what he was already at.
But you can't help but cough up a little bit of blood as you stand back up. I'm going to need an athletics check from you. But what everybody else is able to hold on to the sides of the wall and keep themselves in place. So who's ever in front can climb up and make their way to the ladder.
Can I drop down and try to assist Cog?
Yeah, you absolutely can. You are currently poisoned already, so it really doesn't affect you too much more to go back down there. Working together, I'm going to need an athletics check from both of you. But Cog, you do have advantage because Urzak is helping you.
I guess I just have straight, but I mean, athletics is kind of worse than my acrobatics, but 15. Hopefully it's enough.
So I'm still at disadvantage, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Well, I did pretty good, actually. 22.
Oh, yeah. With no problem. You get down to the bottom, you grab Corwan and kind of pull him along as you're inching your way up the stairs to the next level.
Dude, I think Vide's watching. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, flex a little while you're doing it. That's great.
Are you serious? I'm more worried about you.
The trolling will never end.
You are all able to climb up the ladder and get into and push that trapdoor open and climb into the next room. However, the moment you do, you notice that the entire room is filled with this dark, black, thick smoke. The room is super hot, and the kegs all seem to be on fire right now. You all begin to cough and hack, and it's difficult to see in this area. I'm going to need everyone to make a survival check to make your way through the smoke and get to the other side.
That's a 10.
15.
2.
It's a 16 with the disadvantage. Ooh.
Give me 1 second. I had to reload everything. Hold on.
Yeah,
Well,
no
I mean,
problem.
What does heat do? Heat rises. And that's why they always tell you in a fire, get down on the ground. Well, that's where Cog lives, is down on the ground. So that's why he had a
15.
that's why he had a 16. That's why he's doing so well.
Okay, did anybody roll below a 15?
I got a 2.
I got 10.
Okay, so you both fail. Your friends make their way into the fog. Cog on his hands and knees, crawling along. Delphine right there with him. The two of you get lost in all this dark, sooty smoke, and you walk up really close to one of those burning fires. You're going to take a total of only 2 points of fire damage. Not too bad. But as Urzak comes into contact with one of those burning crates, he just cries out in pain as his cloak catches on fire, and he drops to the ground unconscious.
Yeah, Cog will kind of... He doesn't really always have to crawl. He can just kind of like bend down a little bit and rush over to him, and he will dump his last level 1 into him. You get 8.
Okay.
It's like, I got one more trick up my sleeve, so let's not all try to fall, all right?
Okay.
He's like, come on, big guy. He's like, why don't you grab Why you don't know where you're going. You get back here. Cog had some more jokes to make.
That's why he ran away.
It's like, all right, you two hold hands. I know that's not going to be difficult. And then Vide, you take my hand. I'll lead you guys out of here.
Working together, you're all able to make your way around the burning stacks of kegs and up to the staircase. You got Pink Chic Geek, who just showed up. She says, I'm here for the tail end. Hope no one is dead. No one is dead, but
Yeah.
they're getting really close.
Help.
We are very close.
Moving you once again because your group has made it up the stairs to the main level. The main level is vastly different than what you've seen the last time. Don't move just yet.
I was just doing it so we're not all spread on top of each other
Yeah.
in that one spot.
The hallway is filled with whirling blades that seem to come in and out of the hallway walls. Beyond that, you can see the chandeliers hanging from the ceiling, throwing these little poofs of flame, whoosh, 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 catching everything down here on fire. The tables are burning, the rugs are burning, the walls themselves seem to be licking with flames beyond those blades, but those whirling blades down the hallway are in your way.
Okay, is there a way to time them, or are they just random, or...
I mean, there is a way to time them. This is going to be, just to get your way through, it's going to be an acrobatics check to dart through without being cut. Bless you. That looked vicious.
I mean, it's gonna be bad, so yeah.
Looks like Pink Chic Geek is redeeming advantage for Delphine.
Okay, cool.
So you do have advantage on this
Advantage
roll.
on this acrobatics check 22.
Nice.
I got 19.
I got a 5.
I got an 8.
Oof. So, those of you who rolled a 15 or higher succeeded to time yourselves as those blades come shooting outward. Those of you who failed take 7 points of slashing damage.
Cog is down.
As you're all running through, Urzak, you take the cut as well, but then you see behind you, Corwan drop to the ground unconscious.
I drop another lay on hands. 1 point.
You reach out and grab him, pumping that 1 point, and pull him through. You all have successfully managed to make your way through the hallway.
Well, this place is bullshit. All because I had to help some children.
You're now in the main area of the inn. The torches on top of the chandeliers are throwing flames left, right, and center all over the place. You can see that there is what used to be the door over here, but now it's just bricked over, completely closed off. However, it does kind of look a little weak. You might be able to break it down, but you got to get to it first, which is going to be another series of dexterity saving throws.
I'm so bad at these, man.
Oh no.
I know. I'm sorry. You all hate me. It's okay.
I got a fucking natural 1. Sucks. I'm down. I have 1 hit point. I'm down again.
I've got 1 hit point. I'd be down too.
Hold on.
That's a 19 for my dex save.
I got a 24.
So the DC is 15. And those who failed...
The 2 who were able to hold back that monster cannot make it through this death trap.
Mm-hmm. Imagine what would have happened if you were taking a lot more of those hits. But you do take 5 points of fire damage. So yes, Urzak, as you're all running towards that door, Urzak gets hit by one of those tongues of flame, and he drops to the ground, skidding and smashing into some of those burning tables and chairs.
I'm also down.
Yeah, well, I guess as they're doing that, Cox is like, oh, god damn it. He's just gonna like, oh, go ahead.
Urzak.
Can I?
Well, hold on. I'm going to resolve one thing first, and then you can do your thing. The gods are looking down in favor on you, Urzak, and you and Ashley has redeemed a healing surge to save your life. Roll 2d4.
Thank you. 2d4. Alright, that's 3.
3 points of healing. You awaken. You see Danika Delphine on the ground, unconscious as well. Everyone else is dodging these licks of flames. What do you all do? There's still the wall over there.
I mean, I've got a potion that I can.
We all
shove
have
down
potions.
Before that, Danika is going to use her last spell and cast Healing Word on Delphine.
Oh, yeah, Cog doesn't have to do his thing yet.
Nice.
Okay. Well, you are all able at once. Delphine cast her healing word, or Danika cast the healing word on Delphine. Delphine, you wake up once again with 7 points of healing. You're all hurting.
Don't
There
be
is
like
a door.
this. I'm just gonna start attacking it with
I'm
my
gonna
green
just-
flame blade.
I'm just gonna charge into it. I don't know.
Yeah, you can charge into it. This is going to be an athletics check to try to break it down, as Delphine is just hacking and stabbing with her rapier. Which
I'll
really,
give guidance to someone who is stronger than I am.
Danika's going to help too, trying to get the door open.
okay. So if Danika, if you and Urzak are working together, you can give him advantage, which would even out his disadvantage.
Well,
And
let's
get-
do that.
And guidance from Delphine, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. It's 20,
It's disadvantage though.
22. It's not a disadvantage.
Oh, it's a
Delphine
straight
doing the
roll.
action.
Okay.
Yeah, because Danika's helping. You go running, charging at it, pushed forward by Danika and that little bit of guidance. You smash into the brickwork, smashing completely through it and opening a hole for everyone else to get through. The DC was 20 you were aiming for.
Oh.
You are all able to run outside into the very cold, somewhat still dark air. But you have escaped the Death Inn.
I think Delphine kind of collapsed to the ground,
Whew.
like clutching her ribs and panting very hard.
I don't know about y'all, but I am absolutely exhausted.
Urzak falls to his knees and is just like on all fours, just like, oh.
As you all do that, you all made your way out. You're on the ground, panting, holding yourselves. You hear...
Oh
no.
We don't hear. You know what we hear? We hear da 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 da. Yeah, we hear some fucking like yeah. We hear the fucking Final Fantasy victory music. That's what we hear.
Oh, well, I can't find the sound effect anyway. That's upsetting. But anyway, you hear the door slam behind you.
I thought he broke open the door. Why did it slam?
Yeah, you look behind you, and there's a perfectly intact door there.
Ready for its next victim, I guess.
You know, I don't think we'll be accepting the deed to this house. Just
No,
No.
you don't want it.
well, you know, I mean, it is a vacation home getaway, but it
Get away
seems
to
like
the
you can't
afterlife,
There's-
baby.
when you go in.
Now I just wonder what
But,
that
you know-
windmill is.
We did kill the creature inside, so maybe the house will cleanse itself? I don't know.
I'm just ready to be done. Can we go home?
Can we
now?
all agree that if there are
We go
more
home
children
now.
in trouble, we leave them alone? They're fine. They don't need our help. They can
I-
handle it themselves.
To be fair, the kids needed our help. We just got wrapped up in something else.
Did they actually need our help?
Well, I mean, they did need to get to the afterlife, so yeah, in a way, yes, they did.
But
How
I
about this?
mean,
We
did they
help
really save
living
anyone?
children from now on. That's a priority. Dead children, we'll
Well, then
figure
we need to
something out.
figure out a way of determining whether or not the children are alive.
Well, Sparky, like your paladin people are supposed to be able to do that.
Yeah, that you know what? That's on me.
Next time we encounter children,
Next
We'll
time
make
I see
sure
a
they're-
child, I'm immediately using divine sense.
I guess we're out here in the dark. I mean, do we see any other immediate threats that we can sell in the area?
Well, so here's the thing. As you all stand there, or sit there in the grass and on the cobblestone, looking around, it is slightly brighter. The sun seems to be just rising up over the horizon. The mountains to the east. You all can see a little bit of the area around you. There is still a bit of that morning fog, but it is much lighter, much lesser than what it was. You can see your wagon over there at the end, but all of your hearts just clench in your chest as you realize that the donkeys are on the ground, laying on their side.
God.
The wagon has the boxes from your supplies, but they all seem to be open, and things are strewn about.
Cobalt.
on the tree to over here. There's a large tree in the yard that when you first arrived here had a rope swing on it. But the rope swing is gone. Instead, you see 3 nooses hanging from the upper branches. One of which has the body of a humanoid hanging from it. With looks like a wooden sign hanging from a rope around its neck. It's kind of hanging there and twisting and kind of twists around to the other side, so you can't quite make out what's written on it. But as you all take in the area and what you're seeing, you realize something happened while you were gone, while you're inside. And that's where we're going to end things for this evening.
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus.
So, well done, everybody. You made it through the Death Inn without anyone actually dying.
Barely.
Barely. Damn near resourceless. But you are still alive. And guess what? Because you made it through the Death House, you're at level 3.
Yay!
Thank you. I needed that. I needed that in my life. Just one victory, please. I mean, surviving is its own victory, but
You know, we had a brief victory before the building literally collapsed on us.
we honestly crushed it in that fight.
Yeah, you really did. You did a very good job. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult than it was. So good job, everybody.
I
Well-
have to decide which oath I'm gonna take.
Well, as you're all thinking about that, we're going to go ahead and round things out. So, thank you to everyone who watched this evening. We very much appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us. It's been a rough ride, and things are just beginning for this Conclave Expedition here in the land of Barovia. But as always, we go around the circle to let all of our players tell us who they are and where we can find them on the internet. Who haven't I started with yet? Dyto, have I started with you yet? I don't think so. So why don't you go ahead and start things off?
Hi, I'm Dyto. I was Delphine. I kicked ass and then I almost died. I think there's a reason nobody has explored past the bluffs. But if you want to see what else I do, you can find me at Dyto11 on Twitter, where I usually post things. I don't think I'm doing anything until like mid-June, except for be here, experiencing this house.
Fair enough. Okay, let's go clockwise. So, Natalie, you're next.
Hi, I'm Natalie. You'll find me here on Random Rhapsody. This is really like the only show I do. Danika, I think Danika really just takes out her anger issue with her insults. They're getting better.
Absolutely. Joe, you're next.
I am Joe, and I do play Corwan. He is definitely full force onto his mission of love right now to see these two lovesick kids find their hearts together.
Nope.
You can normally find me Mondays at 7. I am Blood from Stone. Things are starting to get pretty damn good. We're going to war with some cultists, and I'm going to kill a lot of people. It's going to be great. Is that a really good thing? Should I be saying I'm going to kill a lot of people? It's great. Is that you know what? In D&D it works. In real life, no, not so much. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. Come check it out.
7 p.m. on Mondays?
7 p.m. Mondays, yeah. Fab
That's-
5 is
that's-
7 p.m. and
Central
Debauchery
Time?
Circus, which Brandie is a part of, is 3 p.m. or 4
3 p.m. Yep, and both
3 p.m.
Central.
3 to 6, yes. So yeah, come on, check us out on Mondays. Like I said, things are starting to really wrap up on that. We don't have a whole lot of time left in there, and it's getting really good. Well, it's already been there, but it's getting better.
Yeah. Brandie, you're next.
I'm Brandie. You can find me here playing Vide every other Wednesday at 6 p.m. Yeah, 6 p.m. Central. Also, as Joe said, you can find me Mondays at 3 p.m. playing Lapis the Turtle in the Debauchery
It's
Circus.
Lapis now, huh?
Yes, it's Lapis for now. Uh, we'll see. We'll see
So
if that
like the
changes.
7th or 8th name change? 3 years?
Something about that. Something around there. But yeah, you can also. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok as at River Dragon. I don't really do a whole lot there other than post pictures of my pup.
Yeah, a super cute puppy, by the way.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not biased.
Marty.
Hi, I'm Marty. You can find me on social media at Balmartian. You can also find me on my actual play show, Wayfaring Strangers. We release when we feel like it. You can also catch me on Bard Rock Cafe, currently playing the role of Baragon Doubletail, as well as on their various streams, and right here on Random Rhapsody. A few more projects coming down the pipeline in the near future. If you like music, check out my band Winter Wayfarer. And I'll have more to share this summer.
Cool. Well, I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and GM here on the Random Rhapsody Network. You can follow me on the tweets and the Instas as @ScruffyWanderer. And besides running and playing games here, you can also find me over on the Transverses, all on the table TTRPG content. And so, on behalf of everyone here in the Random Rhapsody cast and crew, I would just like to say thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long. Good luck. And until next time, may you live
May you
until you
live
die.
until you die.
Good night, everybody.